This is how some of the Sony fanboys fight. Finally! What's going on, guys? We're back. Get on in here. Get on here. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to freaking talk about. We might go for 3 to 4 hours with this video. We got a lot of backlog to get through of information. We're getting closer and closer until the announcements, to the releasements of your favorite gaming consoles, the Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, I believe, is coming out in 5 days or less. For the PlayStation 5, it'll be out in the next 7 to 6 days, I think, that's such. I'm really excited. I'm really pumped up. You guys know where I'm going next generation. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm going with the Xbox Series X. Xbox Series X is just offering more on the table than when it pertains to the PlayStation 5, in my opinion. And we're definitely going to get into that. Better backwards compatibility, better frame rates, better resolution and things of that such. All around, it's basically just a mini piece. The first ever gaming PC console. You know what I mean? The first ever gaming PC console. Can you believe that? I'm not a PC guy. I'm a console guy. But I'm definitely looking forward to getting my grubby cum-stained fingers all over the controller of the Xbox Series X. I'm going to be playing nothing but, games. Games. Subscribe to this channel, lock onto this channel, lock on to whatever my streaming services are going to be. I'm going to be streaming off of Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. It's going to be amazing, the games that we're going to be diving into when we dive into our Xbox Series X's. But listen, we got a lot to talk about. We got to get into the Miles Morales review dropped. We definitely got to talk about that. We got to talk about the frame rate testing on the PlayStation 5. Digital Foundry finally got their hands on a PlayStation 5, and they released the review embargo. And whoa! And, that little frame rate thing on the PlayStation 5 is going like this. And this is we got to talk about that. What else we got to talk about? And PlayStation 5s are overheating across the globe. PlayStation 5s are overheating across the globe. We got to get into it, but first, before we do that, let me get to my chat room. What's up, chat room? I haven't seen y'all in a while. How's everybody doing? Is everybody excited? Is everybody ready for the next generation? Whoa, guys, let's hit that like button. Because before you come in, before you step in, make sure you hit the like button, man. We need to get this video trending. Zobi, you play Gears 5 when you get Xbox such a 6 game? Yo, I'm down to play whatever. I'm down to play whatever with the Xbox guys. Send me your gamer tag, or maybe I'll send out my gamer tag. To make it a lot easier, I'll screenshot my gamer tag, put it on a post on Twitter, and then you guys hit me up with your gamer tags. Hit me up real fast and fluid with the gamer tags, and we're definitely going to be able to just link up. I'm going to be adding everybody that we can get in contact with. Over there on the Xbox, there are an array of backwards compatible games to modern day games where we can play, have a multiplayer experience. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be playing the Gears of Wars, the Left 4 Deads, the Halos, Sea of Thieves, Grounded, Minecraft. The list goes on and on and on when it pertains to Xbox exclusivity multiplayer games. You know what I mean? So hit me up. I'll give you the gamer tag off the stream, but we got a lot we got to get into, man. We got a lot to get into. Aki is here. Johnny Nas. Only reason that absolutely no game and or feature at the launch of PlayStation 5 worth $500 Sony has lost their damn minds. We're going to get into that, man. You know how I said that I'm going to be sharing my gamer tags, giving my gamer tags to you guys. We're going to be diving into multiplayer games. We're going to be running in Gear Spot. We're going to be in Horde mode. We're going to be pow. You know what I'm saying? You know that pow, that lock-on feature that Gears of War has when you hit that wall and you're like, oh shit, or you might come in with the chainsaw. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, PlayStation guys will be playing. You stupid! Yo, they're gonna be playing Little Big Planet. This is the Little Big Planet gameplay controls. It's so fucking floaty. You know, you're gonna have 4 fucking losers playing Little Big Planet. Are you kidding me? Meanwhile, we're going to be playing manly games. Yep, this shit's going to be lit, yo. If y'all want to get on some Gears of War, let me know right now. Let me know on Twitter. Yo, I'm getting them all. I got them all right now. Look at this. That nigga's going to be mad as Zombie 70 come the launch of Xbox Series X. The shit is so fucking hot, I don't even think I can be able to get an Xbox Series X, but hopefully I can get one, man. Y'all niggas is going to be tight, bro. Look at these backwards compatible games I'm going to be playing, bro. Look at these games. Look at these games, bro. Y'all niggas, yo, we are going to dive head first into Final Fantasy 13. Yo, you're probably like, yo, I thought you hate Final Fantasy 13 just because it's on the Xbox Series X. You're gonna fucking support it, man. What the fuck, dude? No. With the Xbox Series X version of Final Fantasy 13, they showed off the frame rate tests and the resolution tests for this game right here. Bro, there was a scene that went past. I'm not a graphics guy, but the shit was so fucking cool and so fucking dope. I was just like, yo, that shit looks fucking awesome. You know what I mean? I'm not a graphics guy. I'm playing games like Little Big. I'm playing games like Animal Crossing. You know what I mean? I'm playing games like Snack World and, you know what I mean? I'm not a graphics demanding guy. But bro, when I saw the footage of Lightning's face and the shit, I don't know what they did, Square Enix did to resolutionize this game, but the shit looks awesome, bro. You saw the lip gloss on Lightning's face. You saw the makeup applications. You saw eyelashes. You saw eye boogers. You know what I mean? I swear to God, you saw grease remains around the lips from whatever chicken sandwich she was eating from earlier. I was like, yo, yeah, the Xbox Series X is a mini PC, but better. It's better. It's better! Yo, look at these games. We're going to be diving into Blue Dragon and Lost Odyssey. We're going to be diving into Infinite Undiscovery. We're going to be diving into The Last Remnants. We're going to be diving into the Oblivions, the Tales of Asperius, the Fallout New Vegases. We're going to be diving into the Left 4 Deads, 1s and 2s. We're going to be diving. We're going to be diving. We're going to be diving into Kingdoms of Amalur, Reckoning. We're going to be diving into the Pillars of Eternity. We're going to be diving into the Divinity Original Sin. We're going to be diving into the Wasteland 2s. We're going to be diving into this bad boy. We're going to be diving into the Gears of War, and Little Big Planet, the Rare Replays. We're going to be diving into the Xbox. Oh God, games! Oh my God! Oh, and don't let there be some type of new hot next-gen anime game. Imagine, ladies and gentlemen, we're jumping into the next generation. You know they're cooking up some new type of anime game for us to get into. I don't know what the new hot anime is right now. I don't know. The hottest shit that I saw that was animated was Blood of Zeus. And I don't think that's an anime. That shit is just cold fucking blooded. That is a cold fucking blooded animation. That is the best. That is the best thing I've seen in the last 10 years when it pertains to animated entertainment. I haven't seen anything better. It is amazing. It is, Blood of Zeus is, I'm on a side tangent, but Blood of Zeus is what modern day anime should have been for the past 10 years. Except for creating this, hi guys, you know, hugging. Oh God. Oh, God. Oh, and don't forget about this. Don't forget about this. Oh, the Xbox Series X and the Nintendo Switch, guys. Forget it. Your social life is over. Fuck it. It's gone. Fuck it. Just fuck it. It's gone. It's done. You're gonna have a social life with the PlayStation 5. You are. You're gonna have a social life with the PlayStation 5. Watch. Okay, watch. What are you talking about, man? I'm gonna be diving into fucking Astro's Playroom, man. What are you talking about, man? I'm not gonna have any life, man. Astro's Playroom is gonna take over my fucking life, bro. Fuck out of here, dude. What? You believe that? Do you believe that, honestly? Do you believe that? Do you really believe that you're gonna be losing your life with Astro's Playbot? I just saw the fucking article today. I thought it was just complete blasphemy. And it was complete bullshit, you know? Excuse my language. It was complete bullcrap, bro. They were talking about Astros. Listen to this. Listen to this bullshit, yo. How's everybody doing, man? It's been a while. I'm charged up. I'm hyped up. I just saw the frame rate test. The frame rates were horrible on the PlayStation 5. I swear to God, that little needle was like... when it came to the frame rates, bro, you gotta see that shit, yo. We're gonna do it in this video. Trust me, we're gonna be here for a while, so get comfortable. I hope you pack snacks. Whenever Zombie 70 video goes up, make sure you prepare snacks and treats and goodies. Yo, I saw something extremely blasphemous today, bro. Oh, and let me go off on another side tangent. Like, I really like the design of the Xbox Series X cases. Or the Xbox One cases. I don't know. I haven't seen an Xbox Series X case of it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's the same. I really like how sleek and mature the design looks. I also like how you got the little emblem on the top of there. This is really a really mature case. Now, look at this. You know, you're looking at the PlayStation case. You barely even know it's a case. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is this? I feel like I just bought some type of great value brand from Walmart. You know what I'm saying? What is this? I mean, what the fuck is this? Am I high right now? But listen, you got more of a sleeker, more mature design when it comes to the Xbox Series X, the Xbox One's casing. You know, even with the Xbox 360 casing, they put it into this new masculine, more mature design. And then you're looking at this, you look at this. I mean, what the fuck is this? Fuck out of here, yo. Yo, man, I thought you were done with the PlayStation, man. What do you still have your PlayStation 4 for, man? What the fuck? Yo, this guy's full of shit, man. He'll be on the PlayStation 5 day one. Watch, guys. I went to go trade this piece of shit 4 station in. I went to go trade in the 3 games that I have from my fucking PlayStation collection. I had to pay them. I didn't get any value out of this goddamn PlayStation 4. I spent over $400 for nothing. For nothing. I went to GameStop to trade this bullshit in, man. They were talking about you owe us $40. What the fuck, man? I might as well keep the piece of shit and play those same 3 shitty games. I haven't played a video game on the PlayStation 4 in years. Anyway, I saw this article that was trying to promote Astrobot, Astrobot, Aspergian and the article was so fucking blasphemous. It was like, yo, Astrobot is the Wii Sports of games. I was like, get the fuck out. You know, like, you gotta see the complete media bias by now. You know what I mean? You have to see the complete media bias by now. What's up, chat room? What's your Twitter? Oh, shoot. I don't know. I'm always changing that damn thing. I'll give it to you after the show. Just relax. Just relax. We're going to get into all that. We're going to get into all that. The PS4 design is unacceptable. Yeah, you're right. Slipstream. Yeah, it's unacceptable. And the PlayStation 5 design looks exactly like the PlayStation 4 design, but they just threw some type of white heading. It looks even worse. It looks like some type of great value brand, Walmart brand. You know what I mean? You're coming into Walmart. You're looking for the new name brand snacks. You know what I mean? You're looking for the you know, what are the new snacks? You know what I mean? You're coming in there looking for the snacks. You know, there's some type of cool character on the snack. You know, you go to the great value brand snacks. You barely have a character on there. You don't know who the fuck that character is. You're like, who is this motherfucker? There's some type of Aspergian weirdo on the front cover. You're like, fuck that, man. Listen, yo, they said the Astro Aspergian bot, yo, was the Wii U Sports of free launch games. I said, get the fuck out of here. I'm not really necessarily a fan of the Wii, but I give the Wii its props because it was a sales dynamo. It's sold like crazy for that, you know, for however long its lifespan was, and it wasn't even for that long. Imagine if the Wii stayed on the market as long as the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 did. That thing would have been sold out, sold those consoles combined, you know. But for those of us who remember Wii Sports, it was a phenomenon. It was groundbreaking. It was something that we will never ever see again when it pertains to when it came to the waggle movement and that game that came with it. You know, these sites are just completely biased. They're out of control. They're saying crazy things. They need to be canceled immediately. I'm gonna post that article later so you guys can flag that shit. That was completely unacceptable. Yeah, you're coming looking for Tony the Tiger, right? Off-end designs. And then there's some type of Aspergian tiger on there, like, you know? You got Anthony Tiger. I was like, get the fuck out of here, man. For those of us who remember, the Wii and the Wii Sports combo was just a double blow to gaming. You know, I mean, like, this is how big this shit was. Like, my mother did not understand the video games. Now, she never got in the way. She never said, turn that thing off, shut up, go in your room and go play the video. She never did all that. But when it came to the video games, she wouldn't touch the controller, she wouldn't look at it, she would just keep moving, and it was what it was. You know what I mean? The Wii Sports and the Wii, that was the first time my mom ever played a video game ever. That's how groundbreaking that shit was. You had moms all over the world, grandmothers, you know, you had old grandmothers in their walkers, sitting there with their knitting, with the fucking Wii controller right there, ready to, you know, doing their little thing, you know. That was groundbreaking. Astrobot, what the fuck is so groundbreaking about Astrobot? Aspergian bot. Nobody's going to be playing Aspergian bot. After the first, after the first initial play, you turn it on, boom, you're in there, you're playing, and you're walking around. The frame rates are all over the place. The frame rates are moving. The resolution looks horrible. Mario Odyssey looks a billion times better. And I'm not talking about in the aspects of gameplay. I'm talking about with graphics and frame rate. Mario Odyssey is running at 60 frames per second. The frame rate resolution looks incredible. How does a Nintendo Switch game have all, you know what I'm saying, look 1,000 times better than Astrobot? When you look at, when you think of Mario Odyssey, you think of red, blue, greens, yellows. You're thinking of all these colors. You're thinking about this animated world brought to life. When you think about Astrobot, you think of white and blue. Just white and blue. That's the only colors they're using in that game. The Aspergian bot is a fucking joke. Whoever said that the fucking Aspergian bot was on the same level as Mario Odyssey needs to be slapped. And then not only that, take it back with the back slap. He sounds crazy. He or she. Yes, here at Zombie70, boom, we slap women too. Boom, boom, pow, for talking crazy. Oh my God. Do you see the Spider-Man Miles Morales reviews? Now, we've been here before, have we not? Have we not? Have we not been here before on this channel, ladies and gentlemen? Have we not seen the 9s and the 10s before? Have we not? Miles Morales is not getting too many 10s. It's not getting too many 10s. But we've seen the high scores before, have we not? We can go over the list. You want to go over the list? Uncharted 4. The Last of Us 2. Yeah. The Final Fantasy 7 remake. Ghost of so shitty. We've seen the 9s and 10s before, have we not? Are we not catching going to this little game that they're playing? Huh? Have we not caught on that by now? Are we still walking in the shadows? Do we still not know what's going on with these corrupted and cancerous media sites? Spreading fake news as usual. Huh? Have we not caught on yet? Huh? How many videos have I done that I came out and said that Horizon Zero Dawn is trash? The God of War game is trash. This game is trash. That game is trash. And how many times do I just continue to come out right and right and right again? Is it still trolling? Is it still trolling at this point when I have a catalog of videos telling you this is trash, that is trash, and this is trash? Not only that, don't you have a catalog of videos of Zobi saying this game is awesome, this game is awesome, this game is awesome? Was I not the first one to come out in the forefront to say buy Persona? Was I not? Was I not the first one to come out in the forefront to say buy Monster Hunter? Was I not? Wasn't I the first one to come out in the forefront to buy the Yakuzas, the Souls games, Bloodborne? I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Is it still trolling at this point? Is Zobi something nothing more than just a troll channel at this point? I don't mind, whatever. Underestimate me. But come on, man. Time after time after time after time again, I have been right. And I've been right on the fucking arrow. Right straight as a fucking arrow. Meanwhile, they are wrong, 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 wrong. And yet people still claim that they're not trolling. They're not trolling. No. Them giving 9s and 10s to terrible games is not trolling. But wait, there's more. They even gave Death Stranding. They even gave Death Stranding a 10, even though they said it was bad. They gave The Last of Us 2 a 10. They gave The Last of Us 2 a higher rating than Arkham City. Wait, what? $70 for PS5 games? Tell your kiss my big toe with the F is paying $70 for this linear game and with all sorts of feminist politics in it. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because we're going to get into the Miles Morales. If you're talking about Miles Morales, we're definitely going to get into it, man, because there's a lot of shaky shit going on in that mother flipping game. And it's things that I predicted. Remember, I was saying Miles Morales was a little bit on the... He was a little bit on the funny side. Get ready. Get ready. When you're in your game, you're going to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Remember, I said that. Remember, I said that in previous videos. $70 is the price in the U.S. Your price is higher than 70. Yeah, some of those games are going for about $100 in Canada. Europe is a lot higher than that. Meanwhile, if this was Microsoft, imagine if Microsoft was charging $70 and Sony was charging $60. Imagine if Microsoft was charging $70 for their games and Sony was charging $60. Oh, there isn't a media bias. There isn't a media bias? There isn't a social media bias? There isn't a collusion going on here? There isn't cheating going on here? Imagine. Gone quiet on the sad they have. Yeah, I'm talking about the game So Linear QuickTime events, and they're putting all sorts of feminist politics. I'm not paying $70 for that. Canada's 89. Wow, they charge way too much for these games. Cheating in the polls and cheating in the media. Yeah. But wait, there's more. I'm glad you guys are comfortable. I'm glad you guys are ready because we're about to get into the next chapter of this video. Gamespot. Gamespot came out and gave their score. I was looking through the 9s and the 10s. I was like 9, 10, 9, 10. Okay, that's expected in 2020. Right? Every game gets a 9 and a 10. I love the Yakuza series, but they were giving new Yakuza 9s and 10s, 9 to 10s. I said, hey. Come on, man. Yakuza? I love Yakuza. That's not a 9 and 10 game. You know what I'm saying? Let's relax a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, my review scoring is a little bit more strict than these soy boys and things of that such. But I was just like, no. Yakuza? You know what I'm saying? They're still using the same engine from back on the PlayStation 1. Okay, whatever. And I'm pretty sure Yakuza is great. Yakuza, Lost Dragon, Yakuza 7. I can't wait to play that bad boy on my Xbox Series X. It'll be running at a higher resolution. It won't be checkerboard 1080p. It'll be 4K, 60 frames per second. It'll be all that. Great. But GameSpot came out, and I was going to get the 9s and 10s, 9 to 10s, 9 to 10s, and boom, I saw GameSpot with that little lonely 7 at the bottom. I said, now, I say that these review sites overrate. I think all of them overrate, even GameSpot. And when I saw that 7, I was like, oh, that's an overrate. Because I'm going to play the review for you guys. You're going to be like, where's the 7? This game sounds like a 5. They overrate. All of them overrate. All of them. Their job is to sell the game. You know what I mean? I don't think they want to give any game a low score. Because it keeps business booming. It keeps IGN alive. It keeps GameSpot alive. That games are good. You know what I mean? I remember Marvel had said that. Marvel was like, yo, at the end of the day, we want all superhero movies to be good because it's good for business. We want the DC movies to be good. We want all of them to be good because it's great for business, because somebody's experience coming into their first movie, and a superhero movie, and it could be a DC movie, and he doesn't necessarily know the difference. He's coming in and he's going, man, that was bad. That was terrible. I'm never going to go see a superhero movie ever again. It could be the same thing for video games. You're diving in, you know, he's picking up his first game for the first time. He's playing it and he's going, man, this sucks. Is this how all video games are? This is somebody who's not really up to par like us. This is somebody that, you know, they want to bring in more and more business. So at the end of the day, IGN and the GameSpots and these other Aspergian websites, they don't really want to give a game a 5. They don't really want to give a game a 7. Back in the day, a 7 was cool, but for today's standards, a 7 is bad because these games are so overly rated. Extremely overrated. All of them. Only ones that are not overrated are the games that I like. Those seem to keep the scores seem to stay low, even though they're 10 times better than the garbage that you guys are playing. Now, I saw that lonely 7, and I was concerned. I was like, oh, that's the real review right there. That's the real review right there. Because I was going to the other review sites. I didn't go to IGN yet. I'm going to save it for this video. I don't even know if IGN did a video yet, but I'll check. But I'm pretty sure IGN's going to be like this. Oh my God, this game is such a transverse between trinamospheres, between two equilibriums, a dynamic transformation between two dynamics, and then two forming of transformations will equate to the equilibrium of, and you're going to be like, you're so fucking stupid. You think big words is something that's, that makes this good. Oh my God. He's talking with big words. I'm an idiot. So that means he must be saying something real. You know what I'm saying? When you're an idiot, you think big words makes you smart. So when you listen to this idiot go, yeah, and it's so dynamic between two dynamics of transforming the dynamic of, you're going to be like, duh. Oh my God, I need to keep up. And you start to see some of these weirdos trying to keep up with big words. And you be like, yo man, how good is Little Big Planet, man? How good is that piece of shit game? Oh man, nah man, no, this game is fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, I've been gaming for over 20 something odd years now. And ever since the soy boys started coming in and started using big words, I ain't never heard a never nerd use a word fantastic. This game is outstanding. Yes, if I use the word, then you know this is the real deal. You know. But when you start seeing, yo, bruh, yo, this shit lit, bruh. They talk like that on a daily fucking basis, but when it changes to Little Big Planet, they're going, man, this is really dynamic, man. It's fantastic. It's an outstanding game. You go, who the fuck are you? Who is this motherfucker? Why is he talking like this? I saw that 7 and I said, uh-oh. Hear this real quick. Hear this one out. Hear this real quick. I played Spooderman. I played that shit, and I am so glad that I did. That game is fucking horrible. No, come on, man. You're just a hater, man. You're just a fucking hater, dude. No. I played that Spider-Man game. It is fucking horrible. The graphics stink. The gameplay is atrocious. It's an open world game, but it keeps you locked to linearity. It keeps you locked to linearism. Why do I say that? Because there's a fucking arrow telling you where to go for every mission. It's an open-based, story-based game. It doesn't work like that. That doesn't work. When you play an open world game and you can tell me to go on this on-rails adventure by telling me to go here. Now you got to go here. Now you got to go down there. Now you got to go over here. Now you go. That's not how open world games are supposed to be done. This is the reason why the Assassin's Creed continue to be trash. This is the reason why these Sony exclusives that copy the template of Ubisoft when it pertains to Assassin's Creed, like Horizon and Spider-Man, all of them are trash. Meanwhile, you're playing great games like Zelda Breath of the Wild, the greatest video game of all time. Nothing tells you where to go. They literally drop you off in the fucking world and tell you to go. Go. Wherever you want to do is go. Oh shit, I see something in the sky there. Let me go over there. Let me do that. You walk in that direction, things start to open up. As you're walking, things are opening up. Spider-Man, as you're walking, nothing opens up. No. You're just doing this the whole time. How, okay, the first time you do it, cool. 30 minutes within the game, the world of Manhattan is dead. There's nothing going on. Sometimes at random, a random guy will go, fuck you, Spider-Man, and start spraying the fuck off, but who gives a fuck? Trash game. Trash game. I'm telling you, that Spider-Man game, if you didn't play it, if you did play it, it is fucking horrible. Trust me, this is coming from a guy that really knows his games. There is nothing better than playing an open world game and then they drop you off and say, go. Fallout, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, these are the I'm pretty sure the older Fallout games and such, but I'm just giving you guys a more, understanding of a open world game done right. Fallout New Vegas, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Oblivion. Play those games when it pertains to doing great open world. And how when Fallout 4 wanted to copy the template of Assassin's Creed by telling you where the fuck to go and holding your hand and showing you what shit, you know what I mean? How Fallout 4 was able to drastically fall off in comparison to amongst the fans when it pertains to the Oblivions, Fallout 3, and Fallout New Vegas. That was one of the main things that ruined Fallout, was taking away the exploration of it all. How the fuck can you explore Manhattan? You can't. The only inspiration is you go into these little towers like you do in every Assassin's Creed game, and then you log on and then you open up the map and it's trash. Combat is completely boring. It's trash as hell. It's the same, Batman Arkham Asylum. Boom, 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 boom. It's boring. It's trash. It's been done 10 to 20 years ago. It's garbage. It's garbage. If not worse. If not worse than the Batman Arkham games. If not worse. Now, I'm watching these reviews and they're telling me that this Spider-Man Miles Morales game is just... and this is another thing that they do with these Assassin's Creed games, right? And they're doing it with Spider-Man Miles Morales. They'll rave and gush on how great the game was. Oh my God, Assassin's Creed was so fucking good, man. What, you don't like it? Oh my God, you're crazy, man. That was outstanding, man. That was amazing, dude. Right? And then the sequel comes. And you be like, you know what? I didn't even like the first one, man. I'm not going to buy and play the second one. I didn't really like the first one. I'm sorry. I'm good. No, bro. No, check it out. The last one was trash, bro. The last one was garbage, dude. Dude, the last one was fucking garbage, dude. Play this one, man. It's so much better, man. Now you can play as Ezio, man, and he's 10 times better than the last. You be like, wait, what the fuck? They do that. When the sequel comes, it's not like, like when I play sequels back in the day, you'll play the Marios and the Sonic the Hedgehogs. You play Sonic 1 and you go, oh my God, this was amazing. I love Sonic the Hedgehog 1. The soundtrack, the speed, the coolness of Sonic the Hedgehog, right? And then you play Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and you be like, yo, they just took the motherfucker to a whole nother level. It was never like, you know what, don't play Sonic 1, that's one's trash. Sonic 1 is garbage, man, play Sonic 2, man. No. It just took it to a whole nother level. Now I'm watching these review sites, and they're like literally bashing Spider-Man 1. Oh, Spider-Man 1, you couldn't do this, and you couldn't do that, and you had these missions where you had to place multiple characters, and these stealth missions, they were so bad. And you didn't hear about none of that in the original review. When it pertains to the original review, they didn't say anything. Now, all of a sudden, Spider-Man 1 has all these flaws, all of a sudden. And Spider-Man Miles Morales, a 30-minute game, was able to fix all that. Was able to fix everything. Not when I saw that 7. When I saw that 7, I said, oh, there it is. There it is. There's the real review. There it is. I was already concerned about the Spider-Man Miles Morales game, first of all. When it pertained to Miles Morales, before the video games, people were bashing Miles Morales. Some of your favorite coon review sites or YouTubers, these homosexual coons, they were bashing Miles Morales Spider-Man, saying the only reason that you like him is because he's black. They were saying, and these are black people, saying this wild shit, Man, the only reason you like this Miles Morales Spider-Man because he's black. What the fuck? Wouldn't that be a reason to hate Spider-Man? Wouldn't that be one of the main reasons to hate Spider-Man because he's black? Man, you just like him because he's black, man. Now it's a PlayStation 4 exclusive, a PlayStation 5 exclusive. And now it's, yo, man, I can't wait, man. Yo. The same weirdos. I was already concerned about this game from the start. First of all, I don't like the Miles Morales story. I'm like, ugh. You know, things are just a little bit too suspect when it pertains to Miles Morales, and we'll get into that. Not only that, you know, I knew it was DLC. The game's only about 3 hours long at best. Oh, watch when you watch the review. Nothing but fetch quest. Oh, 33 hours of fetch questing. It's DLC. And not only that, the price tag. Oh my God. This is the most expensive. If you buy this game, you're deliberately killing gaming. This is the most expensive DLC I've ever seen in my entire life. They want $70 for this garbage, man. For now on, they're going to be charging us $70 for our DLCs. For 3-hour experience. Why is Sony continuing to try to practice these shady tactics with their fucking games? Nobody else is doing that. Nintendo is just worried about creating better games, a more better gaming experience for the gamer, including Microsoft. When it pertains to Sony, they want to push their LBGT agendas. They want to push their Black Lives Matter agendas. They want to overcharge for DLC. They want to make episodic Final Fantasy games. They want to put in snitching in the voice chats. How crazy is that? I will never. I'm never buying a PlayStation console ever again. But I will never embark in a PlayStation chat ever again. I could not stand. You know what? I couldn't stand the PlayStation chats back in the day when I used to be in those bad boys. When I used to be in the PlayStation chat, I did not like that shit, man. Those were some of the most Aspergian weirdos I've ever saw in my entire life. The Xbox guys back in the day when I used to do my Naruto Storm stuff, the chat rooms were so much better. They were so much better. The Xbox guys are just cooler people. They're more down-to-earth people. We used to sit in the Xbox live chat for, I'm going on from the side tangent, but I just remembered about the fucking spyware that they put on the PlayStation 5 voice chats. Bro, you know, the Xbox live back in the day, we used to really just be kicking it, man. We used to be in there chilling, yo. We used to play our little Naruto games, playing our little, multiplayer experience game. When we used to be in there for hours. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, like if a nigga had to go, you'd be sad. You're like, oh damn, you gotta go? Yeah, man, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, man. Niggas be up all night in the chat room. I gotta go to work tomorrow. I gotta go work in an hour. You're like, damn, you can't call out? You know? Don't leave. I remember back in the day, we used to sit on the shit, right? And we used to watch Netflix and shit. We used to put up a little Netflix movie. We'd be watching some dope shit, killing and all that shit. We'd be in there like, oh! And then as soon as we hopped up the Netflix, we used to hop back into the games. Remember back in the day, Xbox guys? It used to be, I cannot wait to get back to the Xbox in that chat room where people won't be snitching on me. You know what I mean? My God, when I was in a PlayStation chat, I couldn't wait for the motherfucker to leave. You know what I mean? It used to be some type of it was every time there was some type of badly voiced weirdo that would come into the chat, yo, what's up? And screaming on the fucking mic, trolling, you'd be like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Yo, fuck you, Sobe. Some type of marble mouthed weirdo. You sounded like the fucking the Goonies. Hey, you guys! Remember the Xbox guys? We used to be in there, clear voiced and everything. Hey, what's up, dudes? What's going on, man? Yo, we're chilling tonight, man. We're about to get into it tonight. But remember, We're gonna get back to that, man. We're gonna get back to it. Xbox Series X, November, whatever. It's 5 days. It's going down. Remember? Oh my God, I missed a super chat. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Snitch Station 5, yeah. Hold on, let me get to that super chat before we move on because super chats are very important. Anometer rate. What's going on? Just sold my PS4. Good job, man. I'm surprised you got a little bit of value out of that bad boy. I'm keeping it for now, unless it takes up too much space. If it's a space jammer, we're just going to box this thing up and just fling it out. I might just put it on the curb and just give it away. I guarantee if I put that thing on the goddamn curb, nobody will take it. They'll be like, oh shit, that's a PlayStation 4. They might call the cops on me. Hey, this nigga's littering, you know. We're getting this piece of Ford station out of here. It's trash. It's garbage. We'll be on the Xbox 24/7. But, you know, congratulations. You were able to get rid of that thing, man. I'm shocked. 4K monitor on the way and hopefully new Xbox whenever there's back in stock. Like I said, man, we might not get an Xbox. I'm thinking until 2020. 2022, you know? The Xbox Series X's are, the word of mouth is spreading on the Xbox Series X. People are really excited about this new console. It is literally it's stronger than the strongest PC on the market right now. Not only that, you're going to be able to take your games. You're going to be able to take games like this. Y'all niggas going to be mad. Look at this. You're going to be able to take, y'all niggas going to be mad, boy. Oh, you're going to be able to take games like this. Morrowind for the Xbox, huh? Y'all mad? Keep it real. And it's going to be able to boost, your games up to, it's going to be taking original Xbox games and boosting them to 4K, 60 frames per second locked. I mean, come on. Y'all mad? Keep it real. I found this at a flea market. $10, $9.99. It's a $70 game. I got it for $10. But yeah, bye Sony. Hello Xbox Game Pass. Everybody clap it up for Anometer Rake. Everybody clap it up, man. He made the right purchase. He did the right thing. He's thinking. He's looking at this because a lot of the review sites, they're talking about how the Xbox Series X is the best gaming hardware on the market. But, you know, like I said, they're controlled media, they fake news, they're lying. They're trying to say, well, there's no games to enjoy. If only it had games to enjoy, some new games to play, you know. And like, come on, guys, we've been playing these consoles for years, right? And I never heard this when it pertains to Sony. I mean, like, with the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, there were no games to play. I mean, like, literally, Sony fanboys were telling me, you know what, the games really don't start coming until 3 to 4 years within launch, man. I mean, come on. This is what they were telling me. Now, all of a sudden, they get Little Big Planet, Spider-Man Miles Morales DLC, and a Demon Souls game that nobody played back in 2009, 11 years ago! An old game that's not even running at 60 frames per second? It's barely locked at 30 frames per second? It doesn't have ray tracing? This is what they say. This is what they say. Don't, yo, just think you talk about ray tracing? No. This is what they say. This is what they say. This is the reasons why they say that the PlayStation 5, you need to get the PlayStation 5. It's so much better because it has ray tracing. Now it doesn't matter. Now those things don't matter, you know. But I'm an Anometer Rake. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Thank you so much for the donation, brother. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. And you're a good man. You're a good man, solid man. I'm gonna still have all the consoles. Why? Why? It's always these weirdos, right? It's always them, right? Knowing that when they say that, they're really pro Sony. Mm-hmm. They're really pro Sony. Don't get the game twisted. Whenever they go, man, you know, I'm just gonna enjoy all the consoles, man. You know, I mean, come on, you guys are just peasants, man. Ugh, you guys are really fighting over consoles? I mean, wow, you guys are so immature. I mean, wow, grow up, and then they pop in Little Big Planet. Aspergian bot, you know what I mean? Those are actually pro Sony guys. The thing is, you're not content with Sony. You're not content with PlayStation. So you have to buy a Nintendo Switch. So you have to buy an Xbox Series X. I'm content. Anometer, the last donator, who traded in his PlayStation 4, got a 4K monitor, never looking back at PlayStation. Never looking back at PlayStation. Meanwhile, it just seems like the Xbox and the Switch guys are just content for some reason. Meanwhile, when it comes to the PlayStation guys, you know, I'm going to have all of them. Oh, you guys are just so immature. I mean, grow up anyway and start playing Aspergian bot, you know? You're so mature, my guy. Don't believe these I'm going to buy all console narratives. If you're not content with what you have, then you start going looking out for more. That's what that is. That's all that is. That's all he's saying. I am content with having the Xbox Series X. I am content with having a Nintendo Switch. Xbox Series X will be predominantly for Western RPGs, Western games. As you can see, Exhibit A, with a little bit of sprinkle of Japanese games. Your Lost Odysseys and things. Great games. Your Nintendo Switch will be strictly for Japanese games, strictly for the Japanese experience, strictly for Nintendo exclusives. Combine both of them together. What? Like I said, guys, we are not leaving our homes in the next 5 years. We might as well just start camping out. You know what I mean? You might as well just get back to the quarantine mode. We're going to be all over the place, bros. We're going to be topping in and out of our game. Whoa, guys, listen, look at the endless possibilities. With the Xbox Series X, we're going to be having Halo night, Gears night. Hopefully we can get Left 4 Dead popping, guys. Get your Left 4 Deads now, please. I love Left 4 Dead so much. We're going to be hopping into our Minecrafts, you know, Ori and the Black. We're going to be having those type of nights, right? On the Switch, we'll be playing the Mario Karts, the Smash Brothers, you know, endless array of games where it involves multiplayer interaction and things of that such, right? I mean, like, it's gonna be out flipping, standing, bro, jumping back and forth between our two Switches and our Xboxes, man. Now, when it comes to Sony, I don't know if you can really have that type of experience. There will be no Little Big Planet nights. I'm sorry. Anybody, any of these pro Sony accounts talking about Little Big Planet night, guys, let's go. Just ignore them. I would say just laugh at them, but it's so sad that you just go, just play your games. You know what I mean? Just play your games. Okay, guys, we're playing Destruction Derby All-Stars, guy. Here we go, guys. Oh, yippee, guys. I finished the 3-hour DLC for Miles Morales, guys. I got the platinum. Gonna have PS5 and Series X. Whatever. You have to. If you own a PlayStation 5, you have to buy the Xbox Series X. If you own an Xbox Series X, you don't have to play Little Big Planet. You don't have to play Spider-Man Miles Morales. You don't have to play Demon's Souls. You didn't play it for the last 11 years. Why would you play it now? Oh God, okay. The online game of the year winner war on Sony and Nintendo was Xbox. Is Twisted Metal in a Fortnite? Get it right. Miles Morales is just a tech demo? We'll see. We'll see. We're going to get into it. God of War is overrated. Gears of War. Gears night, baby. Gears 5, if that's what y'all want, we're going to do it. For the first night, I was planning on playing, because we're gonna do a big extravaganza. We're gonna do a 27-hour stream. We're gonna be streaming on all platforms. We're gonna be on the YouTubes, the Twitches, the Facebooks, and we're gonna be playing games for 27 hours straight. So I was planning on, like I said, I'm gonna download all the games onto the Xbox Series X. Especially my backwards compatible games, and for Yakuza Like a Dragon, and with the Xbox Series X, there's a feature where you can jump in and out of your games at will. And it takes about 4 seconds to load up when you get to your next game. I've been watching gameplay extensively for the Xbox Series X. It is a dynamo of a gaming console. It's probably the greatest gaming console I've ever saw in my entire life, and that's saying a lot because the Nintendo Switch is portable and detachable. It's saying a lot. But it's probably the best because switching in and out of your games at will is like, it's amazing, right? It's amazing. But yeah, if y'all want to get some Gears in, let's get it. So we're gonna have a 13-hour stream on launch night, and we're just gonna be playing games, switching through our games. And I'm planning on playing Left 4 Dead for sure. I love Left 4 Dead. I miss that game so much. I want to get back to Oblivion, Fallout. We're gonna do Gears of War 5. If you guys want to do that, I heard the game was at 120 frames per second, 4K, native 4K, not that checkerboard shit you see on the PlayStation 5. Okay, now, I've wasted your time long enough. Let's get into this first let me show you this. Let me show you the media bullshit, right? Look at this. What's up with the hip-hop, hippity-hoppity Spider-Man beat? What's going on with that? You know what I mean? Some type of, why can't we just have regular shit? Why, when you start putting Negroes within it, all of a sudden it's, you know what I mean? And you're gonna have Sony fanboys going, yo, this beat is knocking, bro. This beat is lit, bro. You know what I mean? Fuck out of here. I'm not a
There's a new Spidey in the name.
Hold on, I want y'all to hear this shit.
4. A couple of hard crashes meant we had to restart the game.
Y'all heard that? Like there were these fake reports coming out that the Xbox Series X games are crashing. Oh, but when Spider-Man does it, it's okay. Oh, and it's PlayStation, it's okay. You know what? I mean, crashes happen. I mean, come on. But when the Xbox Series had these reports that they were lying, saying the console was overheating, it was super running hot, and then they started putting up the cords and the wires, Digital Foundry, come to find out the PlayStation products were running hot, more hotter than the Xbox Series X, and louder, might I add. Oh, it's okay when Spider-Man crashes, right?
And some audio and visual glitch.
Audio and visual glitches. I mean, come on. I mean, is this a next-gen game or some type of...
Which has brought us out of the story more than once.
Yeah, it took you out of the emerge.
Mostly because these admittedly minor inconveniences added to a sense of...
Oh, it's minor. Oh, it's just so minor. I mean, it's just... You're being locked out of your games. Oh, it's just so minor. I mean, there's just no big deal. I mean, come on. I mean, what's the big fucking deal? I mean, it's just crashes. I mean, you're just in the middle of your game, you didn't save, and then all of a sudden the game crashes. Yeah, it's not a big deal. But when it pertains to the Xbox Series X, oh my God, there was article beyond article beyond article of fake news that was coming out saying that games were crashing. It was the worst thing you could ever experience when it pertained to Microsoft. Oh, but when it's Spider-Man, a 3-hour DLC, it's okay.
Ever so slight lack of polish that feels undeserved when Miles could easily carry a full-length game if given a chance.
It's not a full-length game.
That said, Spider-Man Miles Morales is blockbuster video games at their absolute best. And it feels like the perfect...
What does that even mean? Blockbuster means what? What does blockbuster mean? When you hear blockbuster, What are you hearing? When you hear Blockbuster, what do you automatically pops in your head? Let me go to the chat room. Let me go back to the fucking chat room. When you hear Blockbuster, the store's shut down. No. Okay, you hear Rant. You hear Rant the game. That's what you hear. Okay. Yeah, that's funny. Cinematic movies. You're playing a video game and it's a fucking movie. Oh, okay. It's going to be 3 hours of cinematics. You're going to be more locked into a fucking movie than you are playing the goddamn game, and the gameplay is so fucking limited. It's just swing here, beat up a couple of goons, and then go on to the next mission. And then, watch a fucking cutscene, man. It's completely linear gameplay, something that your grandmother can enjoy. All you gotta do is hold down the R2 button, swing to wherever you're going. Let me go back to the review. I heard something that was crazy.
There's a wholesomeness and an earnestness running through the core of it that reaffirms your faith in the industry and humanity as well, to be honest.
What the fuck? This game is now improving my life? What? There's a wholesomeness, and it will just make you just enjoy life all over again after playing Spider-Man Miles. This is just complete bullcrap, man. I'm sorry, no offense to the poor girl, but come on, man. Spider-Man Miles Morales, a 3-hour DLC with limited gameplay, limited features? It's going to change my life all of a sudden? Now I'm going to be looking at life in a whole new light because of Spider-Man Miles Morales? A C-rank superhero? He couldn't even get him a live-action movie. They had to make some type of cartoonized movie and share it with 5 other fucking characters?
Could describe the original Marvel Spider-Man on PS4 in one word, it'd be joyful. For Miles Morales, I think it would be hopeful. This is a new Spider-Man for a new generation. One that, just like Peter Parker before him, serves to lift others up and remind us that anyone, and actually everyone, can be a hero.
Oh! I didn't even see that. What the fuck, man? What is this bullshit, yo? Yo, we're getting a Last of Us 2 again, bro. Look at this, yo. I didn't even see that. They put Black Lives Matter. They put Black Lives Yo, this game is garbage, yo. Yo, they put Black Lives... Oh, no. No. They put Black Lives Matter in that bullshit game, bro. Yo, fuck out of here, bro. Black Lives Matter is nothing more than a Marxist group that is ran by homosexual women that don't give a goddamn about a black man. And Spider-Man is good. Miles Morales is the spokesperson for Black Lives Matter. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Come on, man. Yo, are you guys seeing this garbage, bro? Bro, they're a Marxist fucking group, bro, that wanted to spread anarchy. Oh, shit. Oh, yo. Did y'all see that? Let me get back to my chat room, yo. I done fucked up my computer and shit. Okay, that's computer. Piece of shit, I need a new computer. Yo, did y'all see that shit, yo? They sprinkled Black Lives Matter. Yo, what's funny is because I was saying that it was Black Lives, I was the first and only person to say Black Lives Matter Spider-Man. Was I not the one to say that, bro? And then they put it again. Is Miles gay in it? We'll see. I saw some stuff that I thought was a little, you know what I mean? These YouTubers that you guys like, that I suspect to be homosexual, they're gonna love this game. They're gonna be like, oh, they might even dress up as Spider-Man. Hi guys. It's a terrorist organization. Yeah, exactly. They hate black men. In their little, you go to the website right now, they're in there talking about they want to destroy the patriarch. They want to destroy men. Yo, I told you, mother flippers, that Sony was going to start pushing up the SJW garbage, bro. They were going to take it to the next fucking level, bro. When I saw The Last of Us 2, I was like, oh, this ain't it. This ain't the first one. This ain't the first one, bro. Black Lives Matter Spider-Man. Did I not say that? Did I not say that? Oh, there was something that concerned me. Is she going to say it? Or are they going to play that stupid hip-hop music in the background? Because that's all niggas are known for is hip-hop music. Even though we created all branches of music. Come on. Ugh. What the hell is going on with... Now they're blocking me from the site because they don't want me to see this shit, man. Whatever. The girl said something crazy, but I did not. You know what? Let's just move on. Now I saw that 7. Like I told you guys, I saw the 7. This is GameSpot. God damn it. This is GameSpot. They had a problem with the game. As you can see, the dislike bar is out of control. The dislike bar is high. All because they gave the game a positive review score. Here we go. Here's GameSpot.
Spider-Man Miles Morales feels like the second half to The City That Never Sleeps, the expansion to 2018's Marvel Spider-Man, and unfortunately its gameplay never quite manages to break free of that feeling. That isn't necessarily a bad thing.
It is.
Like 2018 Spider-Man for its engaging combat loop.
It is. If the combat feels the same, that's a bad thing. I was told by Sony fanboys, yo, look at this user interface. Look at the user interface for the Xbox. It's the same for the Xbox Series X. It's the same as the Xbox One. This is trash. I was told that. I was told the same was bad. I was told that old was bad. This is what I was told. This is what I was told. Now I'm moving my hands like Donald Trump. This is what I was told. Now old is good.
So I'm glad Spider-Man Miles Morales emulates it. It's just that sometimes Spider-Man Miles Morales can feel too similar to what's come before, which can get in the way of establishing Miles as his own brand of superhero. Regardless, the familiar trappings of Spider-Man Miles Morales are used to tell an entirely fresh story with a few brand new faces, and it's that narrative and those characters that manage to distinguish Spider-Man Miles Morales as an open-world action game that's compelling to play.
Okay, Pete, I got this. Take it away.
The main plot of the game sees Miles try to garner the favor of New York by fulfilling requests left by random New Yorkers on a smartphone app, as well as...
So the main premise of the game is he's trying to make it sound real spicy. Your job is to gain the favor of New Yorkians by looking at your app, some type of app that they're going to be adding to Spider-Man Miles Morales, something that was already implemented in Zelda Breath of the Wild. And you're going to be running these fetch quests in an open world game. So you're coming, swinging to people. Hey, what's up? Hey, man, can you run down and get me 3 pizzas? And then Miles Morales he's basically some type of fucking butler. He's the Uncle Ben of gaming. He's a fucking butler, guys. Are you not paying attention? You're gonna be running a series of fetch quests, bro. Spider-Man could never, Spider-Man could never. The original Spider-Man, they would never send him on these butler cases so that he can get people to like him. Do you really see the deep psychological bullshit that's going on in this fucking game? I'm not ever playing that game. There's going to be some real sick psychological shit going on, man. If you're a Caucasian guy, maybe you would like it, I think. I don't know how, as a Caucasian man, you can go from Spider-Man that didn't run any fetch quests. He wasn't trying to get the favor of people. He wasn't trying to get people to like him. Do you see the deep psychological bullshit that's going on in this fucking game? I'm offended. You ever notice when people try not to be racist? They try to prove that they're not racist, and then they're super racist. This is what Spider-Man Miles Morales is. You're running a fucking butler missions for people, trying to get motherfuckers to like you. And we all know, when it pertains to the Negro coon, his main premise in America is to get people to like him. Why don't you like me? Is it because of my skin? Is it because of my color? Why don't you like me? Why don't you like my black skin? Fall in love with my... Literally on their knees begging white people to like them. Am I going a little bit too far? Or am I right on course? I'm not sitting around, I'm not going to play a game. This might be cool for little immigrants and things that such that come, these little black immigrants that come from other countries. No shot taken. But a lot of you guys come here and you try to separate yourselves from the African American community. People like me, pure-blooded Americans, as you can see. I'm African American. Not only that, you can see that I'm also Native American. I'm native to this land. The strong, long bone structures. I look like some type of Indian chief, you know? You guys come from your little dirty islands, and you barely come over here with clothes, shoes, flip-flops. Flip-flops made out of fucking bamboo bark. You know, I'm not being mean. I'm being real. Some of you are swimming over here in rafts. Listen, and then when you get here, you start to practice this whole... White man, I'm not him. I'm not Zombie. I'm better than him, man. I'm not an African American, dude. That's what just... So you guys sit around here and you guys are the main ones promoting the Black Lives Matter, promoting white people to hug and love you. That's what y'all do. Never in my goddamn life have I walked outside and gave a goddamn what a white person thought about me. Never! I walk around this motherfucker like I'm the shit. Is it all immigrants? No. There is a couple of African American coons that I know, Blandrew, you know, a whole bunch of little African coons, African American coons that I know that sit around and suck white dick all day. I know that. I know that. I understand that. But Miles Morales is some type of half African American, half Hispanic, some type of half an immigrant, half a nigga. Complete garbage. I will not, and I repeat, I will not play a Spider-Man Miles Morales game while I am swinging around the city. I got these fucking ultra super godlike powers, and I'm fulfilling little minuscule, stupid, irrelevant side quests for stupid NPC characters. How do I have the power of the gods? I have electricity powers. I'm able to super strength. He's got the power of Zeus. He's got the power of Zeus. And he's running around town fulfilling little butler quests so that he can get people to like him. Man, fuck this game, man. Let me go to my chat room, man. I know they mad at me. Talk about Xbox. Uh-oh, we got some facts in there. We got some facts. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, Zobi, you discuss Spider-Man. Do you know why? Because Xbox is trash and don't have good games and loaners. Well, listen. I just spent an hour praising Microsoft. And as soon as I go to Spider-Man, all of a sudden, hey man, get off of fucking Spider-Man, man. Get the fuck out of here, dude. I just spent, guys, those of you who are here for an hour, wasn't I just sitting a whole hour praising Microsoft? Nobody heard it. Everybody was like, and then as soon as I Spider-Man, all of a sudden everybody started waking up. This Spider-Man game is trash. Let's go. Let's get back into it. It's too much at this point. Hey, Spider-Man, can you go to the store and get me some sugar? Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! My trolls! My trolls! My trolls is the real deal in that comment section, boy. I said some hard shit, did I not? And they co-signed it. They said, woo! Anyway. Yo, we're playing some type of immigrant coon that's running around trying to get people to like us. That's the whole premise of this 3-hour experience. Spider-Man, run down and give me some sugar. Spider-Man, go give me some pizza. Spider-Man, can you quickly do my laundry? Spider-Man, can you cook me some rice like Uncle Ben? The power of Zeus. Literally, he has the power of Zeus. He's some type of fucking half-breed, so it's dealing with Greek mythology right here. Because Zeus came down, sleeping with the women of Earth were so attractive to the gods, to Zeus, that he went down and started sleeping with some of them, started falling in love with them. Watch the Blood of Zeus. Watch the Blood of Zeus. Excellent fucking animation. Done by Americans. Destroying every single anime that has come out in the past 10 years. Sleeping, you know, they're dealing with some real Greek mythology here. Pay attention. Showing that he is, you know, the blood of Zeus is in him. He's got electrical powers. He's, you know, the web stuff is whatever. You know, the web slinging mechanics. But if he didn't have that, he would have the blood of Zeus. He would be the blood of Zeus. And they got this nigga running around doing fucking fetch quests. They got this nigga. The main draw of this nigga is that he's a nigga. That's it. He's black. When he's bigger than that. The whole premise of the game is getting motherfuckers to like you. I'll rewind it. Says that one that somebody's having comments. Spider-Man Grubhub Adventures. Yeah. Yo, they should have him working at Mickey D's and running. You know, Spidey, get this burger down to 3rd Street quickly, and then, you know what I mean? Fuck this game, yo. Racist ass piece of shit game. Let's hear that again, yo. Y'all didn't hear it. Y'all only hear what you want to hear. You're doing fetch quests, bro, to get people to like you.
The main plot of the game sees Miles try to garner the favor of New York by fulfilling requests left by random New Yorkers on a smartphone app, as well as stop the escalate.
This is the game. This is the game's premise. I'm breaking it down on an intellectual level. What this shit really means. Sony is so fucking racist. They don't even know that what they're doing is racist. Spider-Man could never do some stupid shit like this. Spider-Man could never gain the favor of New Yorkians by running around and doing their fucking laundry.
Conflict between Roxanne Energy Corporation and a gang called the Underground. The story is your standard superhero affair with betrayals and ramifications that are familiar to the genre, but still exciting to watch unfold. If anything, it's the characters who manage to keep the campaign from feeling formulaic. The Tinkerer, especially. The game humanizes a classic...
Who the fuck is the Tinkerer? Green Goblin, Rhino, Dr. Octopus, Scorpio, Electro. Who the fuck is the Tinkerer? What kind of random villains are these? The anal tickler. It's like, who? And this guy had the nerve to say it was a classic Spider-Man villain. I've never heard this motherfucker in a day of my life. Yo, you got 3 hours to take out the Tinkerer, man. What?
But somewhat bland member of Spidey's rogues gallery.
Bland,
gives them
yeah,
a
okay.
compelling reason for why they turn to a life of crime, reinventing the character into more of a tragic figure. In a certain light, the Tinkerer's actions could be construed to be almost heroic in an anti-hero sort of way, allowing the character to exist as a dark foil to Miles' Spider-Man. And at the center of that comparison between Miles and the Tinkerer is their shared life experiences.
The man you answer to, Simon Krieger, is a killer.
Please, bear with me. We didn't even get to the good stuff yet.
This plaza is a monument to everything he's done. I won't let it open.
Prior to Miles' regular interactions with the Tinkerer, his evolution as a hero is primarily seen through his closest friends and confidants. Miles is surrounded by heroes, so a small but significant part of Spider-Man Miles Morales is his musings about who he should be taking inspiration from. His friends serve as two sides of a coin, playing the roles of angels and devils in the debates that will define Miles. Genki, for example, knows that Miles is Spider-Man and understands what Miles wants to get out of the role, but can't really empathize with Miles' Black or Puerto Rican heritage. Other friends and allies, however, more closely relate to Miles' culture.
The power of the gods. The power of the gods. How the fuck do you have the power of the gods? And you're mad that your friend doesn't understand your struggle of being black. Am I trying to poo-poo that there's a struggle between being black? Okay, I understand that, I get that. But I'm not going to let that be some type of crippling thing on me. I've never been crippleized by the thoughts or how people treated me. Whoever doesn't like me for my whatever, my skin color, my blackness, that's not me. That's not my problem. That's your problem, man. That's your problem, bro. And I'm not going to be sitting around here worrying and caring what other motherfuckers think about me. Never. I will never feel that way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Especially if I had the powers of the gods. If I had the power of Zeus. You got these athletes on television that they're able to do some superhuman shit. They're able to fly through the air. They're able to dunk the basketball. They're able to dribble with precision. They're able to shoot with precision. They're able to make billions upon billions of dollars a year. And they're worried about a redneck America not liking them. People that are living in their trailers. They're tampering with their sisters' vaginas. They're, you know what I mean? Sticking things up their anal canal. Really? I don't believe you. And they're putting that shit in video games. Now when you're playing a fucking Miles Morales Spider-Man game as a black person, I don't want to play a video game as a black character. And I have to take what's outside into my fucking video game. When I'm playing the video games, I'm looking for a way to leave this current matrix. I'm not looking for a game to remind me that life is against me. What kind of stupid shit is this? Why is it every time when I'm watching something that pertains to black entertainment, they have to smuggle in some type of reality check in there? I'm watching the new H.P. Lovecraft. Oh, I'm here. I'm loving H.P. Lovecraft. You're seeing tentacle demons. You're seeing monsters. You're seeing things coming from the dead. This new H.P. Lovecraft series that came on HBO. It started off awesome. They started it off with fucking, it was a war going on. They had spaceships coming in. They had some fucking red black woman come out of the spaceship. They had Cthulhu. They had Jackie Robinson come in with a bat, beating up Cthulhu. The shit was fucking outstanding. But then there was this one fucking episode. And it made me stop watching this bullshit show. I don't even know if it's necessarily keeping it real. But it was just like, what the fuck does this have to do with this, with the Cthulhu's and the octopus tinted and the aliens and spaceship and black bitches and nine-tailed foxes? What the fuck does this have to do with this goddamn show? Did anybody see the new H.P. Lovecraft? I don't want to talk about something and nobody saw it. I don't think people saw it. The tinkering sounds like someone that plays with boots. I don't think anybody saw it. Spider-Man Web of Shadows is better than Spider-Man PS4. I'm pretty sure I played a lot of Spider-Man games that were actually video games in comparison to what I played with that Spider-Man game. But anyway, I'm watching the H.P. Lovecraft. And then they took you out of the realm of fantasy, and then they took you into the realm of reality that I still think is fantasy, where they had some type of gay scene. Some type of anal rape scene. With a black guy and a Hispanic guy. On some real slum shit. I was just like, what the fuck is... over. I was done with that show. Get the fuck out of here. And they're doing the same thing with Spider-Man Miles Morales. Why can't I have a fantasy, man? When you look at Spider-Man, fantasy! Super strength, he's scaling the walls, he's, you know what I mean? Spider-Man is allowed access to every single class of woman. The nigga had a brunette, a blonde, a redhead. In the Spider-Man video game, he had some type of Asian woman. In the new Spider-Mans, these trash-ass Spider-Mans, he's got a black woman. He's fighting some of the most craziest rogues galleries. Him and Batman got the best rogues gallery of villains. Octopus Man, Electrical Man, Electro, the Green Gobloid, all types of wild demons, and he gets the tinkler, he gets the booty tickler. Lovecraft Country, that episode had F all to do with the story. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, what the fuck has this got to do with anything, man? That was a weird episode, Cornelius. That was a weird fucking episode because they also dealt with the mentality, the psychological of the black woman in that episode as well. It was weird. That was, the gay shit was whatever. But when they were able to deep dive into the psychological of the black woman in that episode, it has nothing to do with fantasy. That deep down inside, she wants to be a white woman. And if she had access to be a white woman, she would be. And that was very telling. That was more fucked up than the anal sex, rape sex scene. Was the shit that they were really diving deep into the psychological of the black woman. It was deep. And it was fucked. I was like, I'm not watching this show ever again. Listen, I know I'm going too deep. I know I'm going too deep, guys. But these are the things I see. I see real racism. You guys don't see real racism. You think because of redneck, he's got on this MAGA hat, an American flag, and a tank top and some beer, you think that's racism. You think Donald Trump is racism. You know what I mean? I know real racism. And when you say that a man with the power of the gods is doing nothing but a bunch of Grubhub missions to gain the favor of New Yorkians, Spider-Man would never. Spider-Man, his whole premise was, hey, I don't give a fuck if motherfuckers like me or not. My job is to do my job. With great power comes great responsibility. And with Miles Morales, can you guys just like me? Why don't you like me? Why? Is it because of my skin? Coon shit. That game is shit. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Get back to this piece of shit review. Where's the review? Here it is.
Cultural identities and struggles. Miles wants to get out of the role, but can't really empathize with Miles' Black or Puerto Rican heritage. Other friends and allies, however, more closely relate to Miles' cultural identities and struggles, but don't understand.
And then tying that whole fucking, tying the whole Black and Puerto Rican, oh my God, being Puerto Rican is the same. Please.
Extent of his secret identity. Miles regularly talks to key members of the supporting cast throughout the first half of the campaign.
Black and brown correlation.
Coming to an understanding of what type of hero he wants to be through these conversations. It's awesome. And so when he dons his traditional black and red suit and emerges as a brand new Spider-Man for the first time, one similar to but also altogether different from Peter Parker Spider-Man, you can understand how he's grown to this point. You got to see it. You got to live through that internal turmoil with him. The child of a black father and Puerto Rican mother.
Is this a fucking movie or a game? This sounds like a fucking movie to me.
Miles is a wonderful mixture of cultures and languages. The way he leaps off of rooftops and flips backwards to face the camera before falling into a headfirst dive is just full of the exaggerated swagger of a black teen. It gives me goosebumps every time he does it, especially as the music begins to swell. Speaking of, we've got to talk about the music. When Miles begins swinging, the orchestral score grows louder, but there's a nice synthetic hip-hop undercurrent.
The music! Oh, the music. When are we gonna get to the game? When are we going to get to the game, guys? Guys, we've been sitting here for about half an hour now. When are we going to start getting into the game? Come on, let's get to the game, buddy. Let's go. The music, the backflips, the Black Lives Matter, how hard it is to be a black man. When are we going to start getting to the fucking game?
To the whole thing. The music crackles with a soft percussion. It reverberates in your ears with a steady crescendo.
Stop with the fucking music.
Short of overtaking the sounds of the city. It allows you to remain clued into New York even while Miles is soaring through the air at breakneck speeds.
You know, black people are so much deeper than these modern day hip hop beats that you hear on a Drake record. Our music, it spans so much deeper than that. There should have been some fucking rock and roll playing. There should have been some fucking jazz playing. There should have been a banging of the drums, some African beats, you know what I mean? There should have been some there should have been some Native American themes in there. We're so much deeper than modern day Drake beats. Yo, man, you know. Oh man, those beats are hitting, man. Those beats are... Watch, when these Sony weirdos, when they plug in their 3-hour DLC, and they're going to be like, yo, man, these beats, yo, check out these beats, man. They're hitting, man. You're going to be like, oh. These are the same weirdos that wanted to tell me the Final Fantasy VII soundtrack was so... Oh, the Final Fantasy music is so amazing. What a trash game.
Hey, Uncle Aaron, what's up?
Hey, how's your jump shot these days?
Unfortunately, Spider-Man Miles Morales can't slow down enough for you.
How's your fucking jump shot? What the fuck? Is nobody else offended? What the fuck? Some random guy just called him and asked him about his jump shot. What? What is going on in this game, man? This game is insane. I'm surprised somebody didn't call and ask him for a Kool-Aid recipe. Yo, Miles, that Kool-Aid you made last night was the bomb, man. What did you mix in there, man? Those were some different mixtures, man. That wasn't just straight up cherry flavored, man. What do you take, cherry and lemon? What do you do? What did you do? I'm surprised. I'm surprised somebody didn't call him. And I'm surprised Miles didn't call his mom and was like, hey, Mom, whip up some of that chicken, baby. I'm coming on in. I love that chicken you make. Please make that chicken, Mama. Please make the chicken tonight, Mama. I'm surprised they didn't show that. I'm pretty sure that's in the game. That nigga just called him and asked him about his jump shot. When was the last time somebody ever did that? When was the last time you as a black person, your uncle called you and said, "Yo, man, how's your jump shot going, dude?" Can you imagine if Aunt May called Spider-Man while he's taking care of business, kicking monster asses, and you know what I mean? Could you imagine fighting Venom and then Aunt May calls and says, "Hey, Peter, how you doing? I made some apple pie tonight. Make sure to come and get that apple pie. It's going to be so delicious." Could you imagine? Hey, Peter, I left out some mayonnaise. I left the mayonnaise out for you because I know how much you love mayonnaise. Could you imagine? Hey, yo, Miles, what up, man? Hey, I left out a couple of slices of watermelon for you, brother. I left a couple of slices of watermelon out for you, brother. I know how much you like your watermelon. Come on home and get you some. Watch, when you're playing this game, you're going to be highly offended about if you're a black person, you're going to be highly offended about the things you hear coming from these fucking NPC characters. I would be more happy of an NPC happier if I bump into an NPC guy. Hey, nigga, get the fuck off. I would be more cool with that. But I don't like the little secret undertones of shit. Yo, man, how's your jump shot going, dude? Nigga, I don't play basketball. What is wrong with you? Yo, Miles, Popeyes at the chicken spot. Yeah, it's even the true Spider-Man. It's a fucking parody. It's a joke. It's a joke. Niggas ain't. Come on, man. What the fuck? It's a joke. It's a damn near slap in the face to African Americans.
Immerse yourself in the music that plays in the open world. If Genki isn't calling to direct Miles to his next objective, then it's Miles' mother checking in, or his uncle offering some advice, or J. Jonah Jameson ranting about the new web-swinging menace, or someone else. The game is constantly cutting off the music to deliver a new waypoint for you to follow, or a conversation to listen to before the new waypoint appears.
You can't play an open world game with waypoints.
But many are tied to the story, so you'll have someone almost always yapping in your ear. This is largely because of Spider-Man Miles Morales' pacing. Miles acquires a series of gadgets and abilities at a fairly steady pace, swinging from one high-key set piece to the next. This works for its frantic introduction, as the sheer whiplash of needing to constantly adapt to different types of gameplay in such a short time puts you right into Miles' headspace. However, because that pacing never really lets up, it can feel like Spider-Man Miles Morales is almost rushing towards its conclusion, desperate to deliver on the promise that Miles ends the game as a seasoned Spider-Man without really slowing down to show you how he manages to earn the respect and appreciation of his city. Speaking of, Spider-Man Miles Morales' New York is largely the same as the one in 2018 Spider-Man. The game does look better on PS5, but it isn't a drastic difference. After extensive testing on PS5, the consensus among Gamespot staff is that the technical features provided by PS5's DualSense controller don't add anything meaningful to the gameplay either, so you're getting a similar experience whether you're playing on PS4 or PS5. Regardless of where you're playing, the city is a lot more stunning.
More the same garbage.
Taking a break from web swinging or fighting crime to walk on the streets and high-five pedestrians reveals somewhat drab NPC designs and no meaningful way for Miles to interact with his fellow citizens. Given that one of Miles' biggest motivations in the game is to connect with the people of his city, it's disappointing that there's no way to do so outside of the new app request side missions. Between chapters, Miles typically muses aloud that he should take a moment to respond to requests for help on his app, and it's in these bite-sized stories that you get to see Miles interacting with his community, albeit with shallow, forgettable characters, save for a man who needs you to rescue his cat, and a girl who's deaf and might have a crush on Miles. And honestly, I think it says a lot that I can only remember the cat's name, and that's only because
That was a lot right there. That was a lot. Let me play that again. I don't think y'all caught that. Let me play it a lot. It was a lot that was just thrown at you, and I didn't like what I heard.
That you get to see Miles interacting with his community, albeit with shallow, forgettable characters, save for a man who needs you to rescue his cat, and a girl who's deaf and might have a crush on Miles.
Spider-Man, brunette, blonde, redhead, Asian, black. He had them all. Spider-Man was digging out the guts of them all. He got them all. He had them all. Miles Morales, you barely can get some pussy from a deaf bitch. You might have a crush. You're like, you mean to tell me I'm going to be playing a Spider-Man game, a black Spider-Man, and he's not going to get any bitches? Even though that's what Spider-Man's known for? He can barely get a deaf bitch at that? They're even pushing this whole... They're even pushing, what you call that? Birth control with black superheroes, and you know what I mean? You have the powers of the gods, and you can barely get a deaf bitch. They're pushing birth control within our community. Stop having so much sex. Spider-Man, no, he can fuck all the bitches. But you just might get a deaf bitch. There's a lot being thrown at you. You didn't catch it. I'm catching it for you. I'm catching it. Cut! Let's play that again. I want you to hear that one more time. Like I said, the game will be doing a bunch of random fetch quests for 3 hours. And not only that, the game will be telling you where exactly to go. This is an open world game that will be telling you exactly where to go. Your interactions in this world consist of high fives and shit that we saw in Spider-Man 3 15 years ago. And to be honest with you, I didn't think it was that funny. I didn't think it was that cool.
Quest for help on his app, and it's in these bite-sized stories that you get to see Miles interacting with his community, albeit with shallow, forgettable characters, save for a man who needs you to rescue his cat, and a girl who's deaf and might have a crush on Miles.
I can't get no bitches. Give me that. Can I fuck one bitch? Even in the fucking movie, there was some type of interracial. You know, you can have this raggedy-looking Caucasian girl with the fucked up hair and the chipped tooth, and he still couldn't get that. In this game, you just might fall in love with the deaf bitch. You can't make this stuff up. Why would I buy this game? Why would any of you guys buy this game if you're not even allowed to be the hero? In every heroic movie, it's always the alpha male and the woman. In this game, it's just a beta male who's being told what to do from a bunch of weirdos. You got some type of weirdo in your ear telling you what to do. This nigga can't even be a fucking superhero on his own. Everybody's got to tell him what to do. Go here, do it. Bullshit. I'm not buying this game.
And honestly, I think it says a lot that I can only remember the cat.
This nigga said he couldn't remember any of the characters' names. Isn't that a running gag that we have here on this channel? That you cannot remember any of the fucking characters when you're playing these Sony exclusives? You're looking dead on at the fucking cover of a fucking Sony exclusive, and you're going, who the fuck is... The name of the character's on the case. And you're like, who the fuck is this? And why is this little beaver so fucking angry? Ratchet and Clank? Isn't that a running gag? Now the reviewer is saying that he doesn't remember any of the characters' names, and he only remembers the cat's name because the cat name is Spider-Man. Let's hear that again.
Characters, save for a man who needs you to rescue his cat, and a girl who's deaf and might have a crush on Miles. And honestly, I think it says a lot that I can only remember the cat's name, and that's only because it's Spider-Man, which is very memorable.
Spider-Man! Oh! Did you have an adventure?
Non-memorable characters.
Purposely keep selecting these missions, otherwise you get a call after you complete one to let you know where to go next for the main campaign. So you can either disrupt the overall flow of the main campaign to do side activities, or keep up with the pace of the main story, which largely means rushing forward from chapter to chapter. It's a rather annoying pacing issue. Gameplay-wise, Spider-Man Miles Morales is built on the already solid foundation of 2018 Spider-Man, relying on a straightforward but still compelling timing system for both traversal and combat. Web swinging through the air and catapulting off of rooftops is effortless to pick up, and combat and stealth sections aren't that much harder.
Take it out!
However,
He's got Timberlands in one of his spider suits.
Spider-Man Miles Morales still pushes you to get better by rewarding you for pulling off more advanced timing on the tempo of Miles' web swinging and combat abilities. Do you need to use these harder to time abilities to beat the game? No. But getting the timing down produces a flow-like rhythm to both traversal and combat, allowing them to more seamlessly mold together in an ever more satisfying way over time. Though Miles controls pretty much exactly like Peter did in 2018 Spider-Man, he has a few unique superpowers, Venom Strikes and Camouflage. Miles' Venom Strikes offer him area of effect attacks, stunning and damaging groups of enemies. Meanwhile, his Camouflage allows him to fairly easily reset a stealth encounter or perform silent takedowns that Peter couldn't do in the first game. But even without these abilities, Miles is as powerful as his mentor. I'd sometimes go entire fights without using any of the Venom attacks because I forgot that they were there. The same goes for invisibility in some of the stealth sections. Miles' unique powers are his own, but they simply fit into Peter's already established moveset. So despite being a new Spider-Man, Miles doesn't actually play like a new Spider-Man, which feels like a missed opportunity to use the gameplay to reinforce that Miles brings his own creative spin to his mentor's abilities. There are moments where using Miles' unique powers would be beneficial, but they're rare, relegating the Venom Strikes and Camouflage to very specific situations. And since Miles is more than competent without Venom or Camouflage, the introduction of new enemy types that can temporarily disable his Venom attacks or see him when he's invisible don't actually force you to get creative and tackle challenges in new ways. And so the difficulty of Spider-Man Miles Morales remains fairly flat throughout the campaign, only spiking for boss battles. Like I said at the top of this review, Spider-Man Miles Morales feels a lot like a missing chapter to 2018 Spider-Man. The gameplay is so similar, and the environment is largely the same. It's in the characters, especially Ganke and the Tinkerer, and the story that it tells that the game manages to break free of what's been done already to deliver something that you'll want to see all the way through. Spider-Man Miles Morales wastes little time jumping you to Miles' story, and rarely lets up on the brakes, packing the young wallcrawler's first solo outing with more superpowers and radio chatter than the game needs. And yet, despite its frantic pace, Spider-Man Miles Morales is compelling from a narrative standpoint, with a nuanced villain that helps highlight why Miles is so special, his culture. It's Miles' unique differences and earnest attempts at figuring out how to protect his community that make him into such a wonderful hero, not the mask he wears and the superpowers he wields.
Black people, you don't have a culture, you don't have a community. I don't know where this whole culture and community hashtag came for black people. So I don't know why, now corny white guys are saying it, and it's bullshit. But what's the key takeaways from this game? Let's get away from the Black Lives Matter. Let's get away from the Spider-Man being gay. Let's get away from Spider-Man not having a girl. Let's get away from Spider-Man running, looking to gain favor within white people because of his skin color. Let's get away from that. That's all entertainment. It's all fun. Let's get to the game. Let's get to the key game. Now, with the key game, what do we hear? What do we hear? We heard it's basically the same combat system as you played. Same old. The moves that you have are the same as Spider-Man from the original game. The new moves are basically you don't even need to use them. You can unlock new skills, but don't even need to beat the game with the new skills. You can just beat them up by tapping the square button and things of that such. What do we hear about the web sling? It's basically the same thing, just hold R2 and go. Let's talk about the gameplay. And what he said about the gameplay, same old. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that $70 price tag for the PlayStation 5 version. This man said there was absolutely no difference between the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4 version. So are we paying for better graphics? Because he just said there's no difference. Absolutely no difference. You wouldn't even be able to tell the difference between the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 version. What are we paying $70 for? So we're paying $70 for 3 hours worth of DLC. We're paying $70 to be playing the same combat system that we played back in Spider-Man. Even with the new skills that Miles Morales has, they're completely irrelevant. They mean nothing. We've heard these things coming from this man. Not only that, graphics are all the same. Can't even tell the difference. $70? Really, Sony? Really? What are you charging the $70 for? Because it's on the PlayStation 5? He even said that the haptic feedback meant nothing. This thing that Sony fanboys are promoting, controller haptic feedback, whatever that means, I don't know. I guess the controller will be vibrating, the triggers will be vibrating and things of that. And knowing what we know about these cheaply, badly made PlayStation controllers, how long is that really going to last? After one playthrough of Demon Souls, all of a sudden your controller won't even be working anymore. You have to go re-up on another shitty controller. Cheaply made, badly made. The controller looks ugly. It's a white and ugh. Ah! $70 for what? There's no type of Game Pass feature with the PlayStation 5, so I can't even like play the game for free. This game just should be a free game. Just like how Sony's giving away Bug Snatch, and they're giving away Destruction All-Stars, and they're giving away Astrobot. Soon they'll be giving away Little Big Planet. The same way that they're giving away those games for free, this should be a free game. There is no way in the world they should be charging over $70 for this game. They shouldn't be charging $60. They shouldn't be even charging $49.99. This is DLC. The man said it felt like nothing more than just a missing chapter that could have been implemented in the regular Spider-Man game. They literally could have been, you could have been playing the normal game, and then they went to chapter 7, and then you play as Miles Morales. And then you can get right back to the Spider-Man game right after that. This is what the man said. I'm not making these things up. This is what I've been saying for years now about this goddamn Spider-Man game, especially the fucking DLC. Oh, but that's trolling. You're trolling, Toby. You trolling. You trolling. I want to see IGN's review. I want to see IGN. Let's see what IGN says. You know they lying. Yeah, they did a review 3 hours ago. You guys want to hear it? Let's do it. Oh, this rice game. They're doing a trailer for the rice game. It's some type of RPG. It's got a rice farming simulator, and you can go out into the real world and fight demons. That's just gonna be awesome, bro. I can't wait to get that game. If you're gonna get a game, get that game over Spider-Man Mouse. It's an actual game compared to that garbage. That fucking blockbuster garbage. It's a blockbuster, Ant. It's fucking Drake.
He's so cool. Miles Morales may just be finding his footing as a superhero, but his first solo game proves... Miles Morales may just be finding his footing as a superhero, but his first solo... Does all your... The Last of Us is one of the rare beloved games of the past decade that not only didn't demand a sequel, but actively seemed to resist the idea of one. Its story...
Let me see if my chat room knows what I'm talking about. Let me see. Let me see if the chat room is up to date. Let me see how astute they are. Bravely, they barely updated it. They barely updated it. Could you imagine, playing Zelda? Even the Zelda Breath of the Wild DLC was transformed the game in such a drastic way. Could you imagine playing Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 and it's the same exact game from 1, which is not going to happen? The review, it's the same lazy of an interactive movie, but okay, well, no, it's that guy that reviewed The Last of Us 2 is reviewing this Spider-Man DLC. It's the same guy. It's the same jackass, bro. So the bullshit is coming. This motherfucker at IGN, the same motherfucker that reviewed The Last of Us 2, said how dynamically engaging and dynamic and outstanding and for basket and it's a masterstroke. He was using all these big words to explain how great The Last of Us 2. Now, meanwhile, we played it, we've seen it, we watched it, we know what The Last of Us 2 is. It's the same guy reviewing Spider-Man. Let's see what this soy boy has to say. Same weirdo, man. I know that voice.
But his first solo game...
I know that voice anywhere because I don't know any man that talks like that. He's got a nasally voice for a grown man. Real men, we talk like this. We have deep voices. Why can't I get a reviewer that's talking like a man to me, Why? Hey, hi, how you guys doing? I don't want a reviewer like that.
Developer Insomniac has comfortably hit its stride with this series. Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales is a worthy starring debut for Miles, telling as engaging a story as the original game, while simultaneously improving upon...
Here we go with the big words. Here we go. Simultaneous, engaging, dynamically. Here we go with the big words. To explain a video game that's only 3 hours long. And if you got the idiots, I'm too stupid. So, you start using big words around idiots, they start to think you're smart. Not around me. You start using big words around, this is a Spider-Man game, right? This is a Spider-Man game where a fucking cat is jumping out of the backpack and scratching niggas' anal canals open. This is Spider-Man, right?
The original game, while simultaneously improving upon pretty much every gripe I had with it. This may be a smaller package...
Whoa, you heard that, right? All of a sudden, the last Spider-Man game wasn't good. Oh my god, I had so many gripes with the original. 10 out of 10. Oh my god, there was so many gripes with the original. And this game really fixes it, man.
But every facet of it feels more essential. And while it's available on PlayStation 4, it's best experienced as a gorgeous introduction to the promise of the PlayStation 5. All of the improved frame rates, lighting, and particle effects enhance the city just enough to make this former New Yorker achingly miss the city I once called home.
Hello, tiny spiders.
Actor Najee Jeter returns to the title role and gives Miles a sincerity, heart, and excitement that stands tall next to the other depictions of him out there, including Into the Spider-Verse. Spider-Man Miles Morales follows in the smart storytelling footsteps of the original game by ensuring the events of life underneath the mask come head-to-head with the webhead's trials and tribulations. And while you're free to explore the full New York map from Spider-Man to take in its fantastic new Christmas-time look and near-instant loading times, much of the story is rooted in Harlem.
There's no reason to explore New York.
As well as the neighboring blocks around him. And with militaristic tech conglomerate Roxxon building a new Plaza HQ in Harlem, this welcoming home neighborhood becomes the center of an engaging struggle as it fights to maintain its identity in the face of corporate takeover.
Do you remember what we lost when Roxxon bulldozed this block?
Miles Morales is a story worthy of its namesake. An exploration of the responsibility that comes with being a hero and the ways a hero's personal relationships can complicate those noble ambitions. More than anything, Miles just wants to do right by Peter, his family, his friends, and his new home.
Forget about the game. Talk about the game, man.
Miles and his supporting cast, but it's a stirring and gripping Spidey tale that left me with goosebumps in its final moments.
Talk about the game.
Of where the series goes next is a thrill in and of itself.
Talk about the goddamn game. He's not saying anything. He's not saying nothing.
Slipping back into the swinging and fighting mechanics of Miles Morales was as comfortable as it was exhilarating. Miles controls largely the same as Peter when it comes to the basics, but beyond those fundamentals and some shared unlockable skills, Insomniac has done a flat-out fantastic job of adding depth to Miles' movement and fighting skills to allow him to stand out as his own character. Watching Miles' animations as he swings through the city is a treat.
This guy literally just hit every checklist of big words. That means nothing. He literally he has a list of big words and he has to make sure he puts every single one of those. It's in an IGN checklist. Make sure you put this word and that word and this word and this word to talk about a shitty Spider-Man game. This nigga said fantastic? For web swinging? You just hold the R2 button and go.
With combat, Miles has a few new tricks that mix up the fun. On the one hand, there's his bioelectricity attacks. Mixing them in not only saved me in the midst of some packed battles, but they also added so much stylish flair and variety to how I approached brawls. Playing on PS5, I love how they bring about one of the more fun uses of the DualSense controller, like the way the crinkle of electricity is simulated with haptic feedback. And Venom-infused takedown animations are beautiful. Seriously, check this out. Add in Miles' cloaking ability, and suddenly any combat scenario can be transformed.
Did this nigga just tell me to check this shit out? And then I look at it and it ain't. It's, what? Wait, I gotta show y'all this shit, bro. And this nigga said, check it out. You know, like it was gonna be some hot shit. It was nothing. Seriously, dude, check it out, bro. You're like, what?
Bring out one of the more fun uses of the DualSense controller, like the way the crinkle of electricity is simulated with haptic feedback.
I know you can't see,
and
but
Venom-infused takedown animations are beautiful. Seriously, check this out.
Is Spider-Man got on Tim?
Add in Miles' cloaking ability.
Bro, what the? Wait a minute. We gotta pause that. Did that nigga just tell me to check this shit out? And all that Spider-Man did was sweep a nigga and then catch him with a punch to the chest? That was it? Seriously, bro. You gotta fucking check it out, man. Could you imagine if you're in your room playing real games like the Xbox Series X and the Nintendo Switch, right? And I go, yo, bro, come here, yo, you gotta check this shit out, dude. Come here, man. And then you come in the room and you see me playing a bullshit fucking game, right? And you see me just go, yo, check this out, dude. And then Spider-Man sweeps a nigga with his Timberlands, and then bow, call the nigga to the back of the throat, bop, and then you be like, you be like, what the fuck? Why did you call me in here for this? You know what I mean? For real, I'd be like, yo, okay, I'm gonna get back to my real games. You enjoy that. You do what you do. You know what I mean? I showed you guys. It was nothing. It was nothing. Literally nothing. Yo, dude, check this shit out, man. How does a nigga do a check this shit out during a fucking review? We're supposed to be getting a review of the game, and you're telling me to check some shit out. Just show us. Because if you didn't say, hey, check this out, we wouldn't even know. It'll just be some regular stupid shit that you can just do with the square button. Seriously, bro, check this shit out, man. A nigga will sock the shit out of me if I told a nigga to come in the room. Yo, come here, come check this. Stop what you're doing right now. Come on in, man. Check it out, man. A nigga would be like, what the? Bow! And then get back to playing some real games. Oh, shit. This game is a mess.
Also, I'm psyched that Insomniac actually addressed one of my larger gripes with the first game by making the various powers Miles can unlock with his new, awesome lineup of suits. Or
if you got all these problems, then why did you give the game a 10? You piece of shit. Why did you give the game a 10 if you have so many fucking problems with this game? Why did they do that? Why? Why the fuck did you have all these fucking gripes with the original game and gave it 10s? 9s, 9.5s, 9.8s. What the fuck is going on? So now they fixed those gripes and now you're giving it a 10? If it wasn't already a 10? What is it, 11 now because they fixed the gripes? Watch when you see the Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, 2.5. They're going to be talking about, oh man, it really fixed all those gripes, man. Watch. Even though we gave it a 10, 11.
Visor more meaningful and interesting. I found myself switching them up quite often depending on the situation. Not every power-up has gotten the same love in my playthrough, but I kept wanting to test them out and try them in new scenarios. Another big improvement is that side missions and environmental objectives are actually consistently fun and rewarding. I loved Marvel Spider-Man, but
it's not side missions, they're fetch quests. When it's Japanese games, they're fetch quests. But when it pertains to shitty games, all of a sudden there's some type of side mission, some type of new experience totally away from the game. They're a bunch of fetch quests. That's what it is.
The way it was padded out with required crime battle quotas and Ubisoft like radio towers,
Ubisoft
for upgrade tokens,
Ubisoft
to 100% its
Ubisoft.
However, the few bright spots among those missions seem to have served as the blueprint for Miles' side missions. There are still some crimes to stop, sure, but they're not as much of a focus. Instead, neighborly missions are impressively varied. Again, because Miles Morales is a smaller package overall, there's not a ton of these, but I'll happily take this more selective set of one-off missions rather than repeating the same task 30 times, especially alongside the plentiful collectibles. The way they offer some backstory for Miles is a nice touch, and they often include some light but entertaining environmental puzzles.
Hola, mijo. I wanted to tell you my favorite food truck will be at the rally tonight.
If you're planning on getting a PS5 anytime soon, I highly recommend waiting to play Miles Morales until you do. The added benefits of native 4K resolution and ray-traced lights and reflections provide such a stunning take on this already beautiful cityscape that it seems like Insomniac is just showing off. Sunlight cutting through the misty clouds and snow was unexpectedly breathtaking at the height of a swing in the early moments of my first playthrough, and the wow moments only continued from there. Switching over to the 60 frames per second performance mode, however, offers beautifully smooth left swinging and combat without missing out on too much of the world. Lighting is a little flatter and less dynamic, and reflections aren't quite as there, but doubling the frame rate is instantly recognizable and appreciated. And as much as I prefer playing in cinematic modes overall, the smoothness the mode lends to exploration is really tough to give up. I recommend it after you've toured the city and appreciated it at its most beautiful. Spider-Man Miles Morales may not be quite as packed with content as the original, but it stands out as an essential story in Insomniac's Spidey universe. It earns its spot as a fantastic follow-up, telling a wonderful Miles-specific story while improving upon the fundamentals of the first game with distinctive moves and enemies. And it's an excellent way to break in your new PlayStation 5. It looks spectacular, loads fast, and makes fun use of the DualSense controller, the directional audio, and more. But regardless of which generation you play it on, it's a worthy follow-up to one of the best superhero games ever made. For more on Spider-Man Miles Morales, check out the first minutes of gameplay, the Into the Spider-Verse suit, and our review of the original game. And for everything else Spider-Man, you're already in the right place, IGN.
As long as the demons rule this island.
Everybody hit the like button. If you don't like the video, hit the dislike button. That man is insane. That man is completely insane. He just can't, he's reviewing games. We need to get rid of these fanboys. And we need to start getting more objective people in gaming. That nigga just said that was the greatest Spider-Man game of all time. No, excuse me, the greatest superhero video game of all time. That crazy weirdo just said that. That dude's crazy. He's insane. He's a fanboy. I can't listen to the voice of a fanboy. When you're rewarding the PlayStation 5 version for having ray tracing and 60 frames per second, you're insane. That game is way too fucking expensive for the PlayStation 5 to be playing it for ray tracing and haptic feedback. That's too expensive. It's a 3-hour game of nothing that consists more of just fetch quest. Spider-Man, here, run, do that for me. The story's bullshit. The story is some type of Black Lives Matter pandering, but it's more racist than it actually is uplifting black people. You got the powers of Zeus, and yet you're still worrying about what a fucking Asian woman thinks. You're thinking about what a fucking white man thinks. You're thinking about what a bunch of immigrant coons thinks. You're sitting around doing quests for immigrants, and these same immigrants came over here on a paddle boat. They swam over here with no money in their pockets, no shoes, holes in the shoes, no money, no nothing. They came from environments where they were living in trash. They were living in filth. Trash is piled up to the fucking ceilings in their homes. There's holes in their fucking walls. There's pipes that are busted. The water supply is fucking contaminated. They live in places where they got to be at home at a certain time. You can't be outside or they'll kill you. And you mean to tell me that I have the power of the gods and I have to care about and I have to get these people to like me? The story's fucked up. Everything about this game is fucked up. Your bond is, your sexual bond is with a cat. You barely have a girl that likes you and she's deaf. How dare a deaf bitch tell me, have barely like me? You're walking around with a cat in your backpack. This game is fucked. What score did they give it? I didn't even see the score. Hold on, let me see the score real quick. I got this stupid ad. They keep showing the ad. Did they show the review? Did they show the score? What? I'm pretty sure it's a 10. You know, IGN. Oh, it's a 9. It's a 9, guys. It's a 9. Still the same thing. This game does not deserve no goddamn 10. They rated it higher than a Web of Shadows. Yeah. This is separate game. It's not a DLC. Also, it's fairly long. I agree that 60 or 70, whatever, dollars is a bit much, but for 8 to 10 hours of content, but I think it's well worth it. Hopefully, it has 8 to 10 hours of separate content. DLC. This is not a DLC. It has an 8 to 10 hour game on its own that was $70. Was it ever worth it? A game that is 8 to 10 hours long that is worth $70. Was it ever worth it? Give me some games. I'll wait. I'll sit here and wait. I'll sit here and sit in the meditative position, and I'll let you guys go ahead and Google. Do your Googles. An 8 to 10 hour game that is $70. Was it ever worth it? $60. Was it ever worth it? A Ubisoft-esque game where you're sitting there and you're doing the same exact shit you would do in an Assassin's Creed game, but you're playing as Spider-Man. Was it ever worth it? Really? This Spider-Man game is going to change it all. Now, this Spider-Man game is what changes it all. This changes the game right here. This is the game to do it right here. This Spider-Man DLC, this is what it is right here. This is going to change the game right here. This is going to make it worth it. This Spider-Man game is nowhere near on the list. If we're talking about groundbreaking games in the last 5 years, Zelda Breath of the Wild is it. If there's a game that deserves the $70, Zelda Breath of the Wild is it. I feel like I'm underpaying when it pertains to Zelda Breath of the Wild. Right? I feel like I'm getting away with a bargain. Here you go, sir, $60. Are you sure? Is there a sale running today? No, just $70. It's like $60, man. Okay, I didn't got away with this. I'm running out of the store, clutching onto my game, because I'm thinking I got away with a bargain. Meanwhile, you're at your local GameStop. You guys will be idiotically buying that huge, ugly-looking piece of shit console that is nowhere on the same level as the Xbox Series X. And it's the same price as the Xbox Series X, which is ridiculous. And you're going to be sitting there, okay, sir, $70. You're going to be like, oh. Watch. I'm gonna sit at GameStop with a fucking camera on these niggas. And I'm going to have a bunch of fathers and mothers, soccer moms coming in to get their son. I heard about the PlayStation 5 and I heard about the Spider-Man game. What is it? Spider-Man Miles Morales? Yeah, Spider-Man Miles Morales is the new Spider-Man game, man. It's raved by all the reviewers except for GameStop. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay, coming in, right? And everything, your total's coming out to $75.99. What? $70? I thought the games were like 65. Oh no, this is for the PlayStation 5. They've increased the quality of the price of these games. I'll be back. Niggas got to make life decisions now for an 8 to 10 hour game. That's what he called it. The game's only 3 hours. The game's barely 3 hours. He's fluffing the numbers and make it sound like it's some type of, like that. Like 8 to 10 hours makes it better. I'm telling you, the game's only 3 hours long. For $70. I'm telling you. They ain't even trying anymore. They gave it a higher rating than Arkham Asylum. Yeah, they're out of control. Arkham Origins is much better than Miles Morales. Yeah, Arkham Origins is an outstanding game. I actually like that game a lot because that game got bashed because the frame rates and haptic feedback and ray tracing wasn't there. But like when it pertained to when I actually cared about a story for a video game, that was really, really cool. There was this, I don't want to go too deep into Arkham Origins, but there was a scene and I thought it was super, super dope. I said, this game is fucking doper than what people are saying it is. Yeah. Watch Dogs, yeah. Zoe yelling at retarded children for the past 15. Yeah, okay, all right. The first Spider-Man game, I gave a pass, but this knack, yeah. $70 for this interactive movie. Web of Shadows is better, yeah. Honestly, Web of Shadows is, yeah, Web of Shadows, everybody likes Web of Shadows. I never played Web of Shadows, but everybody's praising it, so I'm going to pick it up. That's worse than a Telltale game. I thought just for Miles Morales game, it was 45, and the first one remastered in Miles, it was 70. Still, $45 for a 3-hour campaign is insane. They wouldn't even charge that amount of money for any campaign ever. But still, you have to buy the combination. You got to go out and you got to get the full game, right? And still, and even still, you're getting an old shitty game with this DLC. You're getting an old game with this DLC attachment. $70. That's insane. You should be getting everything for $70. That game is old and shitty. Jeff Gretzman from Giant Bomb says the PS5 menus is horrible. Listen, we know these things. We're not surprised anymore. We know these liberal, extremely liberal websites. They're, you know, they got some type of media bias when it pertains to PlayStation. But the PlayStation 5 is a joke. Oh my God! Did you see that the thing is overheating? PlayStation 5s across the world are already overheating, guys. The console hasn't even been out yet, and it's already overheating. There is a small warning disclaimer saying, turn your PlayStation off for about an hour because it's too hot to play. Did y'all see that? I posted it on my Twitter. I know you saw it. You don't interact with it, but you guys see it. Because I always see the ratings, and the ratings say over 10,000 people have seen this post. Bro, there's major overheating issues pertaining to the PlayStation 5 that nobody's talking about it on their channels. And they're claiming that it's overheating because it's wrapped around a plastic casing. Nigga, these games have been wrapped around plastic casings ever since the fucking Nintendo. It's wrapped around a fucking plastic case, man. Look, it's the console's not allowed to breathe, man. The console's lungs is not able to expand. Nigga, I've been gaming for so fucking long. I remember when the N64 was wrapped around a plastic casing. I remember when the GameCube was wrapped around a plastic casing. I remember when the Sega Genesis, the Super Nintendo. I remember when the Virtual Boy was wrapped around a plastic. I remember when the Nintendo Switch, the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3. I remember them all wrapped around a plastic casing to prevent people from stealing it. But when it pertains to the PlayStation 5, all of a sudden the PlayStation 5 doesn't have lungs to breathe. Remember when you went to your Toys R Us and they had that fucking plastic casing over the fucking console so nobody could steal it? It was never just open out in the open. Now it's PlayStation 5. All of a sudden the PlayStation 5 can't breathe. Oh my God, he can't breathe. He can't breathe. Get off of him. Get off of him. Get that plastic casing off of his back. He's got the knee to the back to that PlayStation. He can't breathe. Nigga, I walk around with a fucking thing on my, fucking cloak over my fucking face every day. And nobody gives a fuck. But now the PlayStation needs to breathe? Are you kidding me? PlayStation 5s are overheating. This is a concern for me. This doesn't concern you? You motherfuckers that live in these dirty homes, you got gunk and goo up in the nails, eye boogers, your hair is unmatted, your facial structure is not groomed well. That means dust is going to be accumulating. Oh, and we know how much of a dust max hit these PlayStation consoles have been. You guys are going to be getting dust all up in your fucking PlayStation. That thing is going to overheat and shut down. Watch. Not only that, it's made with faulty products, cheaply made, badly made products in that PlayStation 5. That thing is going to be overheating within days. Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying that every single console ever has been wrapped in plastic casing. All of a sudden it's unacceptable when it pertains to PlayStation 5. Am I lying? My real gamers, am I lying? I can wrap that fucking Nintendo Switch in fucking barbed wire, tar, plastic bag, and that motherfucker will still work. But when the PlayStation 5, oh my God, it needs to breathe. You can't breathe. I can't breathe. The PS5 is too much. It's overheating. Yeah. Yo, Monsoon Armstrong, what's up, man? I kind of want to get it for Demon Souls though. Yo, I got a bargain for you, buddy. I got the ultimate bargain for you. You can get Demon Souls if you want to play Demon Souls so bad. Because I know you didn't play it ever since it's been out for 11 years. But listen, look at this bargain right here. I got it right here. I know you guys don't keep your PlayStation 3s. You guys trade these shitty consoles in the first second the new one comes out because these games are fucking garbage. I know that. But if you still have your PlayStation 3, bam, right here. You can get it for like $5. Same game. The same exact game. If a matter of fact, this one is better. The Demon Souls that's being made by a side company doesn't even fucking look like Demon Souls. It doesn't feel like Demon Souls. It's a shitty port. And not only that, it's not even running at 60 frames per second. There's no haptic feedback. There's no ray tracing. The frame rates are dipping at 30 frames for a fucking PlayStation 5 game. Speaking of backwards compatibility, speaking of frame rates, speaking of all that, Bloodborne. The news came out today. Bloodborne will not be running at 60 frames per second. Not only that, it'll be struggling at 30 frames. Not only that, the game can only go 750p. This is Bloodborne. This is the game that you guys said, if I'm going to utilize that backwards compatibility, bro, it is going to be for Bloodborne. The game runs worse on the PlayStation 5 than it does on the PlayStation 4. The only game y'all were banking on. The only backwards compatible game you guys were banking on runs like shit on the PlayStation 5. Yeah, but so what, Zuby? Days Gone will be running at 4K 60 frames per second, man. Zuby, so what? Knack 2 will be running at 60 frames. Yeah. So what? Ghosts are so shitty. We'll be running at 80 frames per second, bro. So what? Last of Us 2 will be running at 4K checkerboard. Meanwhile, on the Xbox Series X, Gears of War 5 will be running at 120 frames per second. 4K native. Not checkerboard, native. native 4K at 120 frames per second. Meanwhile, you'll be taking older games. Meanwhile, you'll be taking old Xbox games, transforming them to 4K, 60, unlocking it 60 frames per second on classic games like Morrowind. Meanwhile, you will have an endless array of catalog going from all Xbox generations. Not only that, you'll be playing these games enhanced. Enhanced. HDR, enhanced. 4K, 60 frames per second. Old games. Old games are anew. From all spanning generations of Xbox titles. All generation of titles. Look at that. Oh, I don't even have an Xbox, right? And look at that stack. Look at my PlayStation stack, yo. Look at my PlayStation stack. And look, hold on. It's hard for me to get these games up. It's easy for me to do, okay, 3 games, whatever, right? But listen, look at this stack. Oh, yo, man, you ain't got no games over there, man. There's no games, man. Here's my PlayStation collection, guys. Huh? Hold on, it's hard for me to get this bad boy up, I tell you. I tell you, it's hard. It's just too hard. I can't. And this is only the beginning. I still got more games to get. I gotta get the Gears of War 5 because everybody's we're gonna have Gears Night. Oh my God, there's so many games I gotta get. I gotta get Grounded. I gotta get Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2. Games. Y'all gonna hate me, man. Y'all gonna hate me. Y'all niggas gonna be logging on. You PlayStation fanboys are gonna be logging on to your PlayStation because you're buying all the consoles, right? You're gonna be logging on, and you guys are gonna just see me on my shit 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just playing games. You know, diving and dipping in and out with the pause functionalities and switching through games. You know, something you can't get on PlayStation. You can't switch between multiple games in one sitting. You can't do it. The PlayStation it ain't got enough power behind it, man. Ain't got that power behind it, homie. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yep. Yes, indeed, fellas. It's going down, man. How many days we got? 5 days? I'm gonna find a way to get me one of them bad boys. I wasn't able to get a chance to pre-order it. I didn't get a chance to pre-order it, but I'm definitely gonna get down. I'm gonna get mine, and when I get it, y'all gonna know. Y'all definitely gonna know when I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a celebration when I get it. We might throw a small party. Like I said, we're gonna be doing a 10-hour live stream of playing nothing but straight games. Sorry, I got so many Xbox games I gotta organize here. I gotta, look at this. I can't even get the games in. There's so many games, I can't even put them in my thing. What else I gotta get? I want to get Minecraft. Oh, you know what a game I really want to get? Like, really bad? Like, you know what game I really want to play? Like, super bad? You know what I mean? Hold on. I'm trying to get... There's so many games, guys. I gotta put them back. You know what game that looks super awesome that I slept on? And I was watching it, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. This shit is kind of awesome, man. You know, like, real talk. Like, you know, this game just might, when I play it, and I can able to see, first of all, this game will be running at, I think, like 700 frames per second, and 4K, native 4K, no checkerboard bitrate like PlayStation 5. You know what game looks like is going to be super amazing? And I slept on it back in the day. I even teased it. I used to call it Ori and the Blind Bitch. I used to call it that. But I was watching some Ori and the Blind Forest gameplay, Ori and the Will and the Wisp. Why didn't anybody tell me how awesome that game was? Why didn't anybody correct me and say, yo, wait a minute, Zobi, nah, this game is dope. Yo, I'm telling you, Xbox has some severe bangers. PlayStation doesn't have that one. I'll give it Bloodborne. But when it comes to everything else, it doesn't have any games where you just go, oh my God, this is amazing. There's not one. Every game is just like, okay, all right, it was what it was. I played it, and then whatever, I'm done. You know what I mean? Nintendo has about like 50 of those type of games for all their consoles, you know. But when you look at Ori and Blind Forest and Ori and the Will and the Wisp, I was watching gameplay. I was like, yo, this is Metroid. This is the Metroid that I've been missing. For years, I've been asking for a 2D Metroid from Nintendo, and like Microsoft was able to make that Metroid experience that I love, where you have like backtracking and excellent platforming and unlocking new skills to get to different areas of the map and things of that such. I was like, oh my God, this game is like amazing, you know? Like no cap, no real shit. Ori and the Blind Forest, when I get that's a game I need to get, and I will get. We're going to be playing that bad boy on our 5-hour live stream when we get the Xbox. 5 hours long. And I'm telling you, that game looks amazing. And not only that, it's going to be running at native 4K, no checkerboard bullshit, at 752 frames per second. It's like the highest, and that game already looks good as is. When you put it on the Xbox Series X, it's going to be even more enhanced. That might be the best looking game and game that we play and looking. PlayStation is in trouble. They can boast and brag about their launch those launch titles, you know what I mean? Hit new IPs like Bug Snatch and Destruction Derby All Stars, Aspergian Bot, and you know, Spider-Man 3-hour DLC for $70. Okay, $45. Demon Souls that has a shaky frame rate. It can't even reach 30 frames per second. And backwards compatibility. You can be able to play Bloodborne. It's not even locked at 30 frames per second and at 700p, something that the Xbox 360 can do. I don't know. MAGA's done. What happened? Oh no, it's over? Trump is gone? I'm speaking facts. Trump is now a loser. Yeah. Trump has gone down in flames. He's out of here. Bow. He's out of here. Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe's the winner. He's out of here. Hey, listen. Trump's white. He's going to be all right. I ain't going to shed no tears for Donald Trump. But he was a good president. He was a great president. He's my if I'm able to deal with politics as entertainment, because that's all it is for me, I will say he was the best. He was outstanding. The economy was booming. African Americans did very well under Donald Trump. Crime was at an all-time low with Donald Trump. School shootings, there were none. There were no wars. There were no terrorists. We had the COVID thing, but that I feel like that was planned more than actually a real thing. I think he did outstanding. He did an outstanding job, and he wasn't even connected through the bloodlines. he was basically just a normal guy, just like us. He talked like a man. He was straight to the point. Never smiled. And that's one of the things that bothers me the most about Joe Biden is all this smiling. Him and Kamala Harris are smiling and smiling and smiling. And I go, what the fuck is there to smile about? We just had a pandemic. People died. People are losing their jobs. People are hungry. And people are scared. And Joe Biden is just Kamala Harris. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Donald Trump never smiled with niggas, man. He was working. You know what I mean? He was working. The only time I saw him smile was during, it was one of the town hall debates. And he smiled. And his white woman was like, oh my God, you have a nice smile. And that's why you know a good person. You can always know a good person. That's why the Democrats put on the smile. Even though they smile and go, oh my God, I'm scared, you know? But when you know when somebody has a natural, genuine smile, your smile lights up the room. Your smile makes even haters happy. You know what I mean? Haters come in like, fuck this nigga, he's bashing his own. And then I get in here and I'm smiling and they be like, fuck you, Sylvia. I like this. Something about, I don't, you know, you be bashing Sony, but there's something about you. I like you, man. And Donald Trump smiled and he had a nice smile. Nice, natural smile. But when you're working, you're trying to drain the swamp, trying to clean the swamp out. It's a lot of work. The swamp is icky, it's deep and dirty. There's no time for smiling. Great president. He also brought to light. This is the thing that concerns me the most. I don't really care if Donald Trump or whoever's in the White House. But the thing that Donald Trump did that I thought was great, and this is the thing that concerns me, is that's going to get covered up, is that Donald Trump really took the elite to task. He exposed the elite so bad. The first thing he did was get the Epsteins out of there. Oh my God, he went in there and he shut down all these little pedophile rings that were scattered all over America, all over the world. This pedophile ring was shut down, that pedophile ring was exposed, he got Epstein, he got Epstein's side chick, whatever her name is. That was the best thing that he did, man. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing for me to see. He got a lot of these pedophiles. He got them on house arrest from Oprah to Ellen. Tom Hanks ran. That motherfucker became a permanent citizen of Greece. That was outstanding. Outstanding job, Donald Trump. There was no way the righteous was going to be able to do another 4 years. I don't know even how you even got in there in the first place. You're too righteous. Us people like us, the righteous, we're in hell. We're in hell. So this is, there's no room for people like us. We're going to be constantly looked at as the enemy. And meanwhile, the real enemy, the real racists, the real evil ones will be praised. Excellent job, Donald Trump. Excellent job. You did good. You did good by me, Donald. You don't have to put your head down. You did great by me. And if you do good by me, you know you did good. Excellent job. For those of you who might be black and you're celebrating Donald Trump's loss, if you are black and you are sitting there and you're happy because Donald Trump lost, MAGA's out of here, you're going to have a hard 4 years coming for you, man. You're going to have a hard 4 years coming. If you think it's hard now, Don't come complaining to me. I already snapshot the people that were talking about MAGA's out of here. MAGA's gone. Yeah. MAGA tears are amazing. Yeah. I see you celebrating. I see you celebrating. It's about to get real. It's about to get real. I don't live in this world. I'm just visiting. So whatever they do will not affect me. But whoa. It's about to get tough. Donald Trump made it easy for y'all, man. He made it easy. It's about to get tough. You got Joe Biden, the man that originated the '94 crime bill. He is the reason why, remember in the 90s, shit was just crazy. Drugs were run rampant. Black killings. Oh. They had to find a way to get blacks in that fucking prison system. Oh. Kamala Harris. Sure, that was her job, was to go into Oakland and lock up all niggas. All black people. Separate, threw every black man in jail. Gave him the death penalty. That was what their job was to do. Was to, what we're having right now with this whole SJW, feminist, all the shit that you guys don't like. What happened back in '94 with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? The reason why daddy's not home. The reason why things are hard. You got to hear mama's nagging mouth every goddamn day. Not only that, simping is at an all-time high. You didn't have a father in there to teach you not to simp. You think simping is by kissing the woman's ass because that's what your mom taught you. Your mom taught you to kiss a bitch's ass. Even though that ass is funky and nasty, just like yours. Celebrate. MAGA tears. The MAGA tears are delicious. Yeah, keep it up. Keep it up. Let it all out. Yeah. I'll be nailed to a cross by next week. Yeah. No, let Black Star go. Let him go. When have I ever been wrong? Let Black Star go. He's the first motherfucker that's going to get it. At least we can say, hey, that nigga was clowning, so go ahead and go, nigga. He's the first motherfucker to get it. It's about to get real bad for you. If you black, if you're a heterosexual man, let's put it that way. Let's not put race on it. It's going to be hard for niggas because you at the bottom of the barrel. But if you're a heterosexual man, now Black Star is probably not a heterosexual man, so he's cool. He doesn't care. So he can sit here and troll comment sections and say MAGA tears, MAGA this. It had nothing to do with MAGA. It had nothing. This whole thing had nothing to do with MAGA. Donald Trump says something that I thought was so pivotal. They don't like me because I'm stopping them from getting to you. Oh, watch. You guys are going to see what I'm talking about. Watch. Here comes China. Oh no. They're flooding my timeline with Sleepy Joe Donald Trump mocks Joe Biden's gaffe during rally. Yo, I tell you, he was the realest, yo. He was the realest, yo. He would come up there and call niggas Sleepy Joe. He was the realest fucking president ever, man. He'll call you the fuck out. He called this one white woman Pocahontas because she claimed she had Indian blood. Dang. Donald Trump, I'm stopping them from getting to you. Hold on. I gotta find that clip. They're mad at me because I'm stopping them from getting to you. I gotta find that clip. They're giving me all new shit. They're giving me all the new shit. I need that clip, man. It was a great clip. He said that. They're giving me all new shit. I can't find it. They hit it. They hit it. They hit it, man. They hit it. Can't find it. It's okay. Shout out to Trump, man. He's white. He'll be all right. He's got another, what, 10 years on the planet. He'll be out of here. Same thing with Sleepy Joe. He's got another 3 years, if that. And then Kamala Harris will be president. Ah! Kamala! No! No! Kamala is claiming to be black, but she is an Indian. She claims Indian. And this was prophesized. Go back to the Hindu culture and look up the god. This is your homework, and we'll end the video with this. Look up the god in Hindu culture, the goddess Hindu culture, Kali. I want you guys to Google that. Do your research on this Indian god that they got called Kali. We're living in the age of Kali right now. Once you Google that picture, you're going to see a picture, an old picture drawn thousands of years ago on women reaching their demonic altar. They get into this demonic altar and their tongues start coming out of their mouths. And it's weird because, you know, you go to all these little Instagram posts, you're watching these music videos of women and their tongues are just hanging out of their mouths. It's funny how these ancient cultures were able to depict these things. Maybe they were able to depict it because this is something that has been going on for centuries and it was more of a warning. But yeah, Google the god Kali and see what she does to men. Look what she does to men. Look what she does to the heads of men. Somebody Google that. Google the picture of Kali. Facts, bro. Can B says this too. Who's Can B? Say this too. There are demonic people in charge. Trump gonna be back working with Epstein's wife, with Bill Clinton. Nah, they don't get along. It's sad. No, it's not sad. Sobi Bos Noy Side Oko. I don't know what he's saying. Kali is in persona. Then go watch the movie The Brave Little Toaster. The Brave Little, I haven't seen that in about 20 years. I gotta go check that out. Kali represents all the negative traits of the mother: possessive, overbearing, and disrespectful. Go look at that picture of Kali, yo. That's what's coming, man. Oof. If you are a masculine, heterosexual man, it is a wrap. Y'all niggas ain't never seen no pussy. Even if you're like simping, you won't even be attracted to it. If you look at the picture of Kali, it's not even an attractive person. You know what I'm saying? It's a demonic figure. Let me find a picture of this shit, yo. Oh, shit. That niggas ain't ready. Look at this shit. Look at that. There goes Kali. What's she doing? Huh? Like Kamala Harris, don't it? That stupid cackle she got going. Oh, God. Can you believe this? I can't. I knew the righteous wasn't going to be there that long. There's still hope. Trump no, it's over. He went down in flames. It's over. Nigga courts will reject Trump. He lost. Deal with it. Cool. I dealt with it. I'm good. I just don't think you guys are ready, man. You guys ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Where'd everybody go? They left? Bro, that's creepy. Hey, man. Kylie is Ivanka Trump? Okay. Alright, guys. Bro, it's next level. Only Nintendo Xbox fans are awake. Kylie is the red demon with all the swords. And Shin Megami Tensei. Yeah, man. Read up on it, man. Read up on Kylie. You're going to be bugging the flip out. What time is it? 12? I'm going to the gym. I know everybody's still here. I'm sorry. All right, guys. Hit the like button. Thank you. Kylie, listen. Only thing I can say is to protect you is what I'm going to say in the Discord. I don't want to sound like I'm coming off as fear, because I'm not afraid of anything. I'm taking Kylie straight on, because I know how to defeat Kylie. Should I give you guys how to defeat Kylie? Because it's coming. It's here. It's here. We've been seeing it for the past ever since Obama came in. But I've been seeing it boiling up since the 90s. The best way to defeat it is I don't know. I don't know if I should tell you guys. I should just let you guys suffer, man. But all I have to say is believe in a higher power. Believe in that higher power having your back. And always stay astute. Always stay aware. Study. And become the John Connor of the real world. Become John Connor. Public Enemy. Go back and watch Terminator 2. The first opening scene is John Connor on a motorcycle with the Public Enemy t-shirt with a little symbol of a like a scope on him. Right? And that means the patriarch, masculine. In the new Transformers movie, they showed the T-1000 coming in and shooting John Connor in the back of the neck and then walking off as a kid. They got him as a kid. Horrible movie. But if you're going to watch the scene, YouTube that scene right there. Listen, I'm talking too much. I'm not going to save you. I'm going to save myself. The only man I can save is myself. It's just, brothers, bothers me that nobody else sees through this. It's not meant to be seen. When you're watching these little movies, when you're watching your cartoons, your anime, and your video games, the Persona 5 cast didn't consist of 100 people. The Persona 5 cast basically contained 6 people and a cat. Not everybody can be the chosen one. I know they teach you in your schools and in your religion that anybody becomes a Christ-like figure. No, that's bullshit. There's only a certain amount of people who can see the forest through the trees. You shouldn't even want everybody to see what you see, because you ain't special no more. The reason we look special and Black Dot doesn't, or Black Star doesn't, is because we can see. Black Star will just get old and die like a coward, like the majority of these people. But when you look at the blood of Zeus, the gods were here, the normal people were here, and the dead was down below in Hades. Why are you down there with Hades trying to get motherfuckers to see what you see and you're a god? The gods are here. The normal people are here. The dead are down here. And you're hanging out with the dead when you're supposed to be here. You're not here if you're down there with the dead. Even when Hermes was dropping off the dead, he didn't even stay. He dropped the motherfucker off and left. Yo, man, it just fucking bothers me, man, that these people can't see. So what? Just be glad that you were chosen. These people will regret it, man. Man, this dude is projecting hard. This is the defense mechanism to stay asleep. Oh. Yeah, man. It's okay. It's okay if they don't see. Real talk, can't save everyone. You can't. The only person you can save is yourself, man. Yo, even you gotta watch the Blood of Zeus, man. Like Zeus, like he wanted to be down with the people. Like he wanted to be, he fell in love with the normal people. You know what I mean? And he wanted to be down there to interfere with the shit, you know? But they made a pact on a high level. They were like, yo, anybody that goes down there, death, dead, you're dead. Zeus was like, yo, man, yo, this is fucked up what's going on down there, man. It's fucked up what's going on. I gotta go down there, man. And the motherfucking, all the gods started pulling out their weapons. Ares, all of them. Like, nigga, you made the rules, Zeus. You said if anybody goes down there and tampers with them motherfuckers, off with their heads. I'm saying that to you, Sly. Come on, nigga, stop acting like you up here, man, when you really down here with the normal people, man. Ain't your job to sit here and be shedding tears for these motherfuckers? I almost made a mistake and told you guys how to defeat Kali. I'm acting like Zeus. Watch The Blood of Gods, The Blood of Zeus. If you haven't seen it, it is the best animation in the past 10 years, including anime. Anime is nowhere near on this level. He needs to convince himself that Trump supporters are crying. Yeah. Because his partisan brain can't think past Orange Man bad. Yeah. Y'all know. You guys have been an outstanding supporters. You guys know. But people got a personal bias towards me. It's a lot of people. Because I don't share in the same cartoons and toys like they do. Alright guys, I gotta go. It is 12 o'clock. I need to go to the gym. I go to the gym a lot. Steve, I'm giving you guys the blueprint of what to do. Let me keep quiet because I'm on a Zeus level. I'm up here with Zeus. You know what I mean? I'm on the God level. Watch The Blood of Zeus. I swear, if your homework for tonight, I told you to Google Kali, watch The Blood of Zeus, and watch Terminator 2, the beginning when John Connor comes out with the Public Enemy shirt, and then watch the new Terminator when they shoot the kid in the back of the head. I gotta go.